The button's loading. All right, we're live, guys. Don't worry, this podcast has not died.
I know. 2 weeks is too long, dude. Fuck.
First ever missed week. You know, who would you like to blame, Cam, for the delayed flight?
Um, Rob for scheduling them. I mean, no, it's honestly just Thanksgiving travel is always a shit show. I had a bad feeling about it. It was a quick connecting flight anyway. And then obviously when it came, we planned on doing a Tuesday live in person, and then obviously I didn't make it until Tuesday night, and then we all had Thanksgiving plans and travel plans, doing other things. But hey, we're back, week 14. Some good
Yep.
football, I think. I mean, not really, but Thanksgiving was interesting. I feel like Sunday was kind of a letdown, but
I'm trying to remember well, I feel like 1 o'clock wasn't that bad.
I was
It was
at
okay.
I was boots on the ground with Rob at the Panthers game.
That's
That's
hype.
hype.
Yeah, I had a decent amount of money on the Rams, so not so hype,
Not
but
so hype.
not so hype.
Yeah, 4 o'clock was a stinker. What was Sunday night?
Sunday night was that good game, but
That was a great game.
it
That
was
was
the
a great
Skins
game.
and the Broncos. So it had a little bit of an impact on the Pats. I would have liked to see the Skins pull that out, but I didn't really watch a snap of that play.
That was a great game. I could be wearing a Mariota jersey right now, but maybe in the future.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to the show. So, as we mentioned, no show last week. So, we're going back to 2 weeks. We had Rat on the show in place of Michael and Cam.
Been a long
We did
time
horrible.
for me.
Yeah. Rat won the picks at 6-7-1.
Yeah, it was a
We're
tough
both
week.
5-8-1. We're not going to spend too much time talking about 2 weeks ago, but let's get back into it here because records on the year so far. So Rat is 12-15-1 for 44%. Michael 72-76-1 for 49%. So hovering on that 500. And Cam and I still tied up 95-81-2 for 54% each. So it's going to get intense here. As
Yes, sir.
I think this is the last week without bye weeks. So we got
Oh,
some
really?
full states and then playoffs and whatever going on soon. So yeah, I mean, let's just dive right into this week because it was not that action packed, but probably the best day was Thursday.
Yeah.
Start with this Packers upset. So we didn't obviously pick these games. We could kind of just talk about what we saw. Maybe if you had some money on something or anything. I don't think I bet any of these games on Thursday, but the Packers. Oh, it went away. Oh, there's like a timer on it now. All right, StreamYard ducking. Okay. Some technical changes from StreamYard, but Cam, what do you think of this? Well, first of all, were you guys watching this game, or is this during your dinner, or?
No, I was able to watch the one. I was in and out of the 4 o'clock game, unfortunately, and then I watched the 8 o'clock game. But no, I mean the 1 o'clock game I thought it was pretty intriguing. I wasn't honestly at this point it's kind of tough off. I didn't have too much money on it. I'm more thinking, especially with the Pats season, I'm kind of watching other teams in the AFC and how we can, better our seeding, and then also what it's going to look like in the playoffs. But I mean, this was a good game to watch, I thought. And obviously an upset on Thanksgiving in Detroit's a little interesting. Kind of weird how we're talking about Detroit potentially missing the playoffs after obviously the past couple seasons they've had turning it around. But I don't know, maybe that's a Ben Johnson thing, which we can get into with the Chicago game on Black Friday too. But no, not really any thoughts. I like both these teams still moving forward. It's a tough divisional matchup on a short week, so not much that impacts my thoughts on either team.
Isn't this like 3 in a row losing for Detroit?
It might be. I think it might only be 2. I don't know. I haven't really dove into their past schedules, but it's possible.
No, they just beat the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Week before
Well, Michael,
that,
what'd you
the Eagles.
What did you think about this game? Was the Halloran family household watching this game, or not really?
I was able to watch most of this game. But like Cam, I watched most of this game, and then the 4 o'clock was in and out, and then got to watch a lot of the late game. I feel like this is the first week in a while that Jordan Love looked like a top 10 quarterback. which is a good sign for the Packers going down the stretch. I feel like the Packers have been underwhelming, like nationally, but they're 8-3-1. Like that's still a elite record. Maybe a little bit lackluster in some of those wins, but record's still there. As for Detroit, I feel like week 1 was it that they lost a tough game and then they rattled off a couple in a row, like easy, looked like Detroit wins. Since then, I feel like it's been very up and down. They had the injury stuff last year that they could bank on, like they had whatever 13 guys on IR. This year they have the coaching stuff, which we've talked about a lot, but I feel like nobody's really. It was a big early season thing, and I feel like since then it's been kind of under the radar. But I think it shows later in the season when you lose a coach that's able to make adjustments and stuff. You get kind of very similar with not elite coaching, which they had last year. So yeah.
Yeah, that Jordan Love throw, guys, to Christian Watson. Come on now.
All right, MVP caliber throw, or
Some are saying, dude. Super Bowl MVP, I'm thinking.
how do you feel about your MVP pick or your Super Bowl pick after that game?
A little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Detroit might just be bad. I actually, when I was placing my futures for the season, I wanted to place Vikings under and Detroit under parlay on wins, and it didn't let me. So funny how that worked. And then all my other futures are looking like shit, but that one didn't let me place. But no, I think the Packers are in a good spot and big game this week for the division lead. So we'll see how that goes. We'll talk about the team leading that division in a minute. So this game, I didn't see a lot of either. Well, I did watch most of the first game, actually, but this game I didn't watch a lot of. This was during my dinner time. But
Yeah.
We had probably the most popular team just from a ratings perspective, the Chiefs over the past couple of years versus America's quote-unquote team, the Cowboys. And the Cowboys get it done. The Chiefs are looking pretty desperate. So, Michael, I'll kick it back to you. What do you think about this game if you watched any of it?
Yeah, I was only able to watch little bits here and there. We got to watch Jelly Roll, I think, was it? Halftime show.
Ew.
Who was it? Post Malone, or was that a different one?
Oh yeah, it was Post Malone. You're right.
Same person.
Same guy, face tats.
Two people that don't belong in country music.
No.
Okay. Don't make Mikey mad, dude.
Dak, I feel like has cemented himself back in the at the top of the comeback player of the year ballot. I think the Cowboys kind of is stupid. I feel like they're still bad. Their offense is just very good, and George Pickens has looked like if Dak played the whole year, George Pickens could be like the offensive player of the year. I don't know. This is definitely a crazy game. I didn't get to watch the very end of it, but Chiefs looked like the Chiefs until they couldn't get it done down the stretch. Definitely a huge week for them this upcoming week. Kind of a winner go home Sunday night football game. Chiefs Texans. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of going off of that, Mike. I just feel like the Cowboys are arguably one of the most inconsistent teams. I feel like we haven't really talked about them as much. I know we talked about the Chargers being one of those teams. There's probably another one that I'm blanking on right now, but I just feel like you can't really determine how the Cowboys are going to play on a week-to-week basis other than the fact that you expect their offense to score a lot of points. But I wasn't able to catch a lot of live game film, but this is perfect turning up for the Pats. I mean, like Mikey said, the Chiefs are basically an elimination game on Sunday Night Football against the number one defense in the league. So that was my main takeaway from this game. And the last thing I want to do is see Patty come into Foxborough, and kind of destroy this season potentially. So that was my main thing. But this Cowboys team is kind of tough for me to bet on moving forward. I mean, it's tough for me to rely on them to outscore their opponent week to week. I know their defense has gotten a little bit better, especially after picking up Quinnen after the trade deadline. But still, I'm not too confident if I'm putting money down on the Cowboys, and especially Chiefs as well. I mean, we've talked about them being extremely difficult to bet on the spread.
I feel like the Cowboys, if you're not a Cowboys fan, are like one of the most fun teams to watch. Just because
Fair.
there's so much that can go wrong on defense and so much that can go right on offense. Like it's an entertaining
High scoring game. Yeah.
Yeah. How about shout out to Rat? 2 weeks ago, he gave this take: George Pickens is better than CeeDee Lamb. I think he might be right.
I think I agreed with him on that when we were doing the pod. I I just think George Pickens is more of like the athletic freak type receiver, and I feel like produced significantly better than CD this year. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him because I think his contract ends after the year, right? And I don't know if they even have enough money to. I mean, maybe they saved some money not paying Micah, but are you going to pay? Are you going to go to the Bengals route and pay two technically quote unquote number one receivers? And we obviously see how the Bengals roster is looking after that, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So I think that'll be interesting to see after the year ends.
Stuff.
I don't know. He might be frozen. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, Mikey, like, how much? Like, do you think Pickens would stay? If I'm pretty sure his contract ends after the year, but I don't know.
I
It's
gotta look it up now.
yeah,
Feel like I feel like he's the type of player to just go where he's gonna get a lot of targets and win a lot of games.
yeah.
Let's see.
He kind of
But
fits that.
I mean, it's a
He
good spot for him
he
if they
he
can
fits
get
in.
if the Cowboys can figure it out in this draft. I know they don't have their second round pick because the Jets have it, but if they can
Yeah,
keep Dak and keep somewhat of their offense together, I know Javante was a huge pickup for them.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if they can keep the offense mostly together and shore up a little bit on the defensive end, like I could see the Cowboys being a decent potential playoff team next year. So it
yeah.
could be a
I
good
just feel
spot
like
for
he
him to
fits
stay.
that Cowboys uniform.
I
I don't
can't
know
hear
what.
you. I don't know if you
Can you hear
muted
me?
yourself.
No. Can you not hear me?
I don't know if anyone can hear me either.
I can hear you.
Dub's gone. This is awesome. All right, Ali says nobody can hear anyone, so this is good.
Hello to viewers. Dude, why would you leave?
Yo, can you hear me, Debbie?
Yeah.
Yes, no, I can't hear you.
Hello? You can't hear me? Hello, hello.
I got nothing. Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Cannot hear you.
All right, bro. Links in the chat, Greg Small. We'll read through some of these comments while we go through technical difficulties. Perfect timing. I'm leaving school now. Good thing this is a great.
Hey, what's up,
Greg,
fellas? What's up, McGann? How you doing?
what up, man? Hello,
You
Cam?
guys hear me?
I can hear Dub, and I know we invited the shitty guy on the screen.
Dude, we just had nobody on the show for like 5 minutes.
That's kind of on the host, I feel like, if we're going to point
No,
fingers.
I
but-
agree.
But don't in the future. Don't leave because I have to let you onto the stage. So if you leave, no one can let you onto the stage. And
Oh,
people
okay.
couldn't hear Mikey for some reason, but we can hear you fine. So you're the stable one. Stay. You stay no matter what. You gotta solo this thing.
No,
Greg,
okay.
Greg, what's up?
No, I haven't been on in a while. I want to see what's up with you guys.
Nothing.
Nothing
Just-
in the past 2 months.
Nope. Nothing to talk about with you.
Oh,
Just a bunch of footballs happened. I don't think the Giants have won since we last talked. did
Oh,
they?
yeah, that was a fun Monday night game, right? Did you enjoy watching that one, or?
That was bad. Well, I had class for like half of it.
Oh, okay. Did you
Yeah,
see?
so
Did you see your kicker break his foot?
that was really funny. Actually, I won't lie. That was kind of funny. Terrible, but
Definition of
kinda
Giants
funny.
football, right there.
Yeah, it's like kind of bad. I was thinking about it today. The best day of my life was when the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2011. Like that's kind of sad, but like it was. I mean, I based my life around the Giants. Unfortunately,
Who did they beat
Wow.
that year? I forget.
the Pats.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, let's live 15 years ago. That's awesome.
I mean, what?
Best day of your life.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
What's next for the
But-
Giants, Greg? Let's turn this into a more
I
positive
think we
conversation.
probably will get the number 2 pick. I mean, the Titans are pretty bad, and we'll probably trade the 2 pick. We'll trade down because we have like there's quarterback needy teams. So why don't we just trade with the Jets, get some first round picks, and
You guys aren't trading up for anyone.
Some? Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about?
like 1 or 2 first round. I mean, probably like 2 first round picks for the second pick. I would want, but
For who? What quarterback are you drafting it to trade up 2 first round
Mendoza.
picks?
Mendoza.
Who's going 1 more?
No, the Titans have 1.
And you don't think the Titans would want to trade back at 1?
They may. They may. They
Titans
may
are
very
picking.
well. You don't think the Titans would pick there?
I
What
think
the
they'd
fuck would they pick?
Ruben Dane Jr.
Exactly.
I don't
Okay.
think they would do that.
No, absolutely not.
I don't
Caleb
know. Well, I
Downs,
think the
1-1.
Giants have to trade down regardless. 'Cause we don't. I mean, there's teams that want quarterbacks, so we might as well just trade a pick, trade down, get some pieces, get a corner, get ourselves some more line for guard or a receiver. There's so many like issues that like we should not be picking it to. We need to build on depth. And we have to hire a good coach. Hopefully a coach with experience, like maybe McCarthy. Hopefully Tomlin gets fired. Nye needs a new coach. We just need
Mike
a coach with
McDaniel?
experience. No, stop. Stop. But yeah,
Joe
that's
Judge?
my 2 cents on the
Bring
Giants.
back Joe Judge.
That would be electric
Down.
if Joe Judge, yeah, it's just another 5 years of shitty football out in New York.
Yeah, I
Greg,
mean,
we
it's
have,
like
we
I
have
haven't
some
lived
comments
10
for you.
years. Who?
Greg, bro, Dart is cheeks. He is waiting for some CTE and it's bad. Your response.
Who
well-
was that? Good comment.
Allie McGann 99.
Wow, Allie. Shout out to the best comment I've had from you. That's awesome.
Well, obviously she doesn't watch football if she thinks Dory's ass.
Dart almost got decapitated on Monday night.
Yeah, that was a late hit. Come on now. That should have been an injection.
You're all right.
I mean, do you watch football? If you don't think that should have
He
been a
was-
fine?
He was clearly in bounds. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He was going out of bounds.
No, he
was
wasn't.
An inch out of bounds. He was an inch
Still
to be
in
out of
bounds.
In
Did they throw a
bounds,
flag
out
on
of
it?
bounds.
Did they throw a flag on it? Or
Yeah.
usually that's an
No.
immediate ejection with a flag.
No, they
Never
had to throw
mind,
a
no flag.
because they had to throw a flag because the refs were idiots. That was
Well, I don't know.
literally
And I guess the rules of football might be changing because we had like Michigan players headbutting refs and nothing happening.
That was electric.
Also, was that not like a helmet to helmet on Gunnar Olszewski? Like, come on, his literally
Yeah,
his
that
helmet
was
fell
actually
off.
crazy. I
His
agree with
helmet
that.
fell.
The Dart
The boys
thing,
were
I don't
fired
agree
up.
with, but
That was the same player. The Patriots are dirty.
That's not the same play. But
Yeah, I had to listen
No,
to
it's
this.
the same
This,
player.
this
It's
was
Kate-
my
it was
Monday
Kate
night,
Ellis,
listening
right?
about how the Patriots are dirty players and Patriots fans are the scum of the earth. Meanwhile, I'm saying
True,
actually nothing.
true.
All I'm talking about is Devin Williams, and I get flamed in the chat for doing nothing. We'll move on from this comic. Seems like we're kind of going in circles. How about this draft prospect, Greg? Carnell Tate to the
I
Giants.
like it. I like it. We would have to trade down though. Obviously, you can't pick him at
no
2.
shit.
Yeah, so I like it.
This
honestly.
fucking
And
Mel
also-
Kiper on? Like, Jesus
Also-
Christ.
Also, I mean, Wandale might walk during free agency, so we need a 2.
Oh, yeah.
potentially-
That's a big loss right there.
I mean, he's number
Wandale's
12
the goat.
in the league in receptions right now. So
We haven't done a
I mean,
fantasy
yeah, it's
segment in a
kind
while.
of
Wandale in a PPR leagues, he's crazy. He gets like 10 catches for 30 yards. He's a
He's
dog.
literally our only receiver.
Yes, for 30 yards.
It's 13 points, baby.
I think he's like 700 yards this season. He's like on pace to get 1,000 almost.
Oh, there's only like 5 weeks left, so good luck with that.
I'm starting to get a headache. How long are we going to have
Okay,
to deal with this?
last comment for you, Greg. Why won't he listen to these people telling him that it's worth more to go out a yard short rather than take a hit? Is that just like an SEC thing, or maybe I don't know?
I agree. I don't want Jackson Dart to get injured. He needs to slide and go out of bounds.
Slide and go out of bounds.
Or go out of bounds, sorry.
Okay.
It's not worth the injury.
Closing thoughts.
No, I have to get on the bus. I'll
Perfect.
talk to you guys
See ya.
another time. See you.
All right, thanks for
bye,
joining.
Greg.
Good to catch up. Oh, I accidentally removed Cam instead of him.
That's what the podcast has come to?
Hey,
Well,
Dub, we
after-
lost
Well,
you.
now I can't
After
hear
the-
you, Dub.
Stop.
I cannot hear you.
Is this a joke? Are you guys just pranking
Mikey,
me?
can you
I
speak?
can't hear Cam. Can you hear me?
What? Hello?
I can't hear either of you.
Leave and rejoin. This is a joke. What happened?
I can't hear you.
Leave and come back.
I don't know what
Leave
you're
and
saying.
Come back. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes.
I can't hear you.
All right. I'm continuing on with the recap. Fuck you. We had another Thursday night game, which was the Bengals and the Ravens. Michael, me and you are good. You can hear me, correct?
I can't hear you.
Oh my! This is a joke. Why am I being pranked?
Hold on, let me figure this
All right, I'll just give my thoughts quickly because we can fucking get through this recap section. Joe Burrow is back, and the Ravens are in trouble. They're at 500. And, you know, it's fun to see Joe Burrow back in good spirits this game. T. Higgins is out. Jamar Chase didn't do much. I don't know what to do. I can hear you fine. Do you have me muted or something? This is very odd. Ravens are in trouble, guys, and the Bengals might be back. I need to look at the schedule, but I know they have a tough schedule, and they're kind of a little bit far behind on the win totals. If anyone in the crowd wants to jump in, it seems like I'm doing a solo show tonight. Jesus, technology, internet issues. I don't know what much else there is to say about this game. I'm trying to remember what specifically happened, if anything big happened. Derrick Henry looked good to start and then didn't do much. Hello?
Hello, we're back.
Hello.
All right.
I just
I
had
don't
to
know.
solo.
Yeah, don't invite Greg ever back on this podcast.
That wasn't even what did it.
Cap.
If you can't hear, by the way, just leave and rejoin because I can hear you guys fine. So
That's what I'm doing. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cap.
I said Ravens look like they're in trouble from losing this game. Bengals are back, but I don't know if they have enough time due to their schedule, and we have to move through this recap. So if there's anything specifically you want to say about this game, go ahead. But
Perfect for the Pats. All I got to say.
Ravens have had multiple bad weeks in a row. They almost lost to the Jets.
yeah, they should be like what the Bengals were trying to be like. They might be the Bengals of last year. Like, oh, they need to win out, but then they just fuck around.
They
and
were
lose out.
2-5 or something, right? At the
Yeah,
beginning
because
of the year?
Lamar was out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have some comments from the chat to catch up on. Watching Jets and Giants fans try to talk shit is so funny, Michael.
I don't know if I was talking shit.
You were trying to jump in on the penalty thing.
Well, that was so fucking.
I was
clear
agreeing
talking
with
about. Yeah.
agreeing with you guys, not Greg.
Yeah.
On the gunner one.
That's
I
so
thought you said.
annoying. Josh Allen does that too. So does Patrick Mahomes. So like, oh, I'm gonna slow down by the sideline and get blown up. Nonsense.
I mean, what was I going to say? Yeah, no, Mahomes does that shit too. The pump
He
fake
does.
and the sideline bullshit. My dad gets so
Well,
mad.
the thing is, I didn't think Jackson Dart slowed down, really. I thought he was still going at the same pace as when he broke the line of scrimmage. But Mahomes definitely does do that, which pisses me off too. But
Didn't know it was Cam's time of the month, question mark?
yeah, yeah. It happens, couple of days. I'll be
the
over it
viewers can hear
tomorrow.
everything.
hopefully.
So let's try and be a professional podcast. And if you can't hear, just leave and rejoin. Allie can
Yeah.
also hear everything. So our crowd can hear everything, all right? You can hear the jealousy and hate in their voices. Michael, do you want anything to say on a Jets fan behalf?
No.
Okay.
No comment.
Black Friday. Do you guys have to work on Black Friday?
I did. That was a shit
Same.
show.
No.
But the game was actually, I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty tight. And it was, I've kind of been a big Eagles supporter. I didn't bet on this game just because I was working and, I like watching games that I bet on. But it was interesting to see the Bears, take over the game against the defending Super Bowl champs. I thought Caleb actually looked the best. I know I give Caleb a lot of shit, but that was the best I think I've seen him. I've never really watched a Bears game through the majority of the game, but that one throw to Komet was pretty. I'm not going to lie, but
I didn't watch this game because I'm not giving into the NFL with their like bullshit windows. Like football should be Sundays.
3
And
o'clock on a Friday? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I gotta work. All right.
got to pay the bills, dude. Fuck.
Somebody's got to hold down the fort at the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, is trouble in paradise for the Eagles, Michael? What do you think?
I mean, that's been like just a recurring theme for the past like 4 years. That's trouble in paradise for the Eagles. But
Aren't they fucking like 8-4 or like 9-3? Like
It's
it's
like their third loss.
yeah, exactly. Like it's
it's their
like
third loss, fourth
we
loss.
keep talking about how it's trouble in paradise, but I feel like I keep bringing up this point where they're still like the most loaded roster. They find ways to win in tough situations throughout the majority of the season. They've had a pretty tough schedule. I mean, this Bears team's on top of the NFC North, and they're playing on a short week. It's weird, like you said, in the time slot, not just for fans watching, but also, the players playing in the game. They don't
Body
play
clock.
on what? No, there's nothing with body clock. That's me. All right. But I'm just saying, I think this is more of a wake up call for the Eagles as opposed to like them going down the drain. I think this is going to get them back on track, I would think, for the, last few weeks of the season going to the playoffs and they make their run.
All right. Well, they did have that 1 year, 2 years ago, where they made the playoffs late and then just completely shit the bed against the Bucs in the first round. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, last year's Super Bowl. The Ravens turned the ball over 5 times. I don't think you can call it Burrow. Yeah, we called out Lamar fumbling like an idiot.
Yeah.
That's
And-
fact.
And Isaiah Likely?
Yeah.
Fumbled, like that was
Through the
bad,
end
bro.
zone. Yeah.
And the Lamar fumbles were like not even like somebody like he was just
Yeah,
dropping the
kind of
ball.
gross. Yeah.
That was rough to watch. This is facts about the Giants and Jets fans. We already know that.
Yeah.
Ravens to go to the Super Bowl is the only good future bet at the moment.
Pats to win the Super Bowl.
Michael, you were dabbling at futures.
Yeah, not NFL ones.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't bet that because their defense is horrible and Lamar has not looked good since he's come back and also has been a pumpkin in the playoffs his entire career. So, no.
Damn, fighting words. And we have a comment for you, Michael. Well, this will be something we can circle back to in our last segment of the pod. Mikey, get ready to watch your future quarterback, Fernando Heisman-Doza, get shit on this weekend in Big Ten ship. Mikey, actually, me and Mikey were watching a college football game this weekend, and his quarterback's Ty Simpson, okay?
Yeah, come on. Allie, log in. That's Allie, yeah. I don't think the Jets take a quarterback if they're the 7th pick. I don't think they trade up for a quarterback if one falls to 7 or 6 or wherever they are. Ty Simpson or Dante Moore, whatever his name is. Like, if that's our guy, take him. But I think they go for more of a stopgap 1 year and like a 2nd, 3rd round quarterback rather than trading up for a guy.
All right. Rat says market about the Ravens in the Super Bowl, so we'll keep that in mind if he appears on the show again. Panthers Rams. Cam back, perfect timing. You're at
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, give us the rundown. What'd you see here in this upset win for the Panthers? I think they were double-digit.
Rams played much sloppier football than they have throughout the entire year. I think the Panthers also stepped up, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Think they definitely had at least one pick six. I think they had another pick. I don't know if it was another return for a touchdown, but honestly, a very entertaining game that I wasn't expecting to be a part of or, watch. Being in the stands, seeing, arguably the Super Bowl favorite. I think they still are the Super Bowl favorite. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, but I mean, the crowd was into it, and then it started, the weather got really shitty in the second half, and the crowd was still there, rocking and rolling, riding with the Panthers. I mean, this Panthers team's scrappy. It's interesting to see. I give them a lot of shit, but it's interesting to see, like, a lot more, people around the city buying into the team. So maybe they can, maybe not this year do some damage, but it's like they could potentially come out of the NFC South this year and maybe get a playoff berth. It's going to take a lot, obviously, but Bryce Young looked pretty decent in that game too. And I think is it Dowdle?
Yeah.
Is that his? Yeah, Dowdle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially with his surgence over Chuba, has been.
Chuba had a good game, I thought, this week.
He did. I just meant like overall throughout the season. It's
Yeah.
been, kind of like a weird year for the Panthers. Like not something you would expect. Like sure, you can see them being a 500 borderline, a little bit below team, but you would expect Chuba to be the one carrying the load. And obviously, the past majority of the weeks that they've had, it's been Rico, and then Bryce Young stepped up the past few weeks. So it's going to be interesting to see. They're also a sketchy team to bet on and bet against. So we'll see what we have for picks.
They beat the Rams, the Packers, the Cowboys, and then they also lost to the Saints and the Cardinals. Like,
so I saw a stat. They're the only team to win by like when they're double digit dogs. And there was 2 games this year when they were double digit dogs and they won both those games.
Interesting.
notes.
So maybe they're a play to a competition kind of team, but also when you're that bad, I don't know if you really can do that. But
I mean, they've got 2 of their last 3 games are against the Bucks. Like that's for the division right there.
yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it moving forward. Next one, we don't spend too much time on this one. Shadur in his second full start. Looks like 40. This was one of the only bets I made this weekend was 49ers minus 5.5. Was close there for a second, but Brock Purdy's back. 49ers look like they're kind of humming on all cylinders, kind of how you'd expect this game to go in theory. I remember there was that game, I think 2 years ago, where they went into Cleveland and got upset at the last second. Any like big takeaways on this one, or you want to just move ahead?
I like the 49ers moving forward, but that's pretty much it.
Greg
Mac is
saying
better
about
than Brock.
Dak.
Mac.
Attaboy. Good answer. Yep. Love that.
Oh wait, I had this. Here we go. Cam, I have money on Panthers making the Super Bowl.
Who the fuck is that? Is that Areola?
Greg Small 9505.
All right, I'm not going to acknowledge that then.
Is that
Mikey?
Ariola?
Well, I've said on this podcast, Mac Jones and Bryce Young will play against each other in the Super Bowl. So
Could happen.
maybe that
This could be the year.
next year.
This could be the year. Yeah, 2 NFC teams.
What if Mac gets cut? He demands a release.
Oh, yep. Okay. In the last 4 weeks of the year. Okay.
Very frisky. Yeah, that's probably just lost money putting on the Panthers to make the Super Bowl. Next one. I want some points for this one. Calling out the Colts being fraudulent. Nobody would listen to me. And everyone's saying Drake May is quote unquote the schedule. Look at the Colts schedule and tell me who they've beaten. The Chargers, please. Lose to the Texans. I don't even know what this game was.
You gotta look at Danny Dimes playing on a broken leg.
Okay, yeah. Like every quarterback isn't injured already.
He has a broken leg.
Then why
I
is he
think- I think-
playing?
I think Dub's right, but he's also, kind of hyperbolizing a lot of it. Like, Mikey's right. Like, he did play extremely injured, way more injured than the majority of the quarterbacks. But you're also right where you're looking at the Colts schedule and you're looking at the back half of it now. The rest of the road is very challenging. I don't think they have a shot to win. There's a chance they don't even make the playoffs now after them potentially being the 1 seed. What petrifies me is this Houston defense. I mean, they've been good throughout the year, but now that the offense has been, somewhat decent, the defense, like now that they're winning games, the defense has gotten a lot of hype around them. And that is the last team I think I would want to see in the AFC, honestly. That
Well,
behind
who do you
the
want to
Bills.
play then? Because you have to play the Bills. You have to play the.
I think I would rather play any team other than the Bills and the Texans. That Texans defense is scary. And then if you're banking on the Pats defense, trying to compete with that Texans defense, I don't know.
Give me whoever. I'm ready for whoever.
All right.
We'll go to Denver.
I'd rather do that, honestly, than play Houston at home.
CJ kind of on fraud watch, and I hate to say it. Yeah, you can't have a junior year slump. So it's not looking great. Maybe we should not crown these quarterbacks after 1 year. Everyone tries to slander them after a year, but no. And CJ Stroud's just good because he had 1 good year. But God forbid,
I didn't get to watch much of this game. Is Tank Dell hurt? By the
he's
way,
out for like most of the year.
yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't sure if he will, but I mean,
remember he tore his ACL in that Christmas game.
yeah. I was just gonna say, but like you kind of talking about I mean, I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but CJ's basically only got Nico. I feel like. I mean,
So they got some rookie kids in there. Higgins is
Jaden Higgins.
yeah, but
Either way,
I
their
mean-
offensive line's horrible. Like,
yeah,
Colin Schultz.
they're basically
They don't
held
have
up by their defense.
Yeah.
Being elite.
agreed.
No, I don't think he's a fraud. I think he's
Yeah.
mid right now. And he's had injuries too. I don't think he didn't,
Yeah.
he didn't play a couple weeks with Davis Mills. I
Davis
like this
Mills
Texans
looks
team moving forward. The Texans team is kind of doing what we've expected the Chiefs, the Ravens, like those type of teams to do, to clock in and just start winning shit. That's what the Texans are doing. They're a scary team. I agree with you, Ken. Next one, we don't have to waste our breath in this one. Saints cover last minute. This was a potential NFL rig spot. I don't know if you guys caught the end of this game, but it looked like they were trying to let the Saints back into this one with the 10-yard onside kick.
No,
Irrelevant, but
I don't know why you would even turn this game on your television.
it was like one of the last 2 games, and they only had. Well, they do the stuttered start where there's like one game at 4:05, then 2 at 4:25. So it's like might as well just watch the end of this game. Saints got an onside kick. Shit looked rigged, but we move on. We would skip through this game, but Michael, the New York Jets
this
are
is a
back.
good game.
Hey,
The New York Jets are back in the win column. Your thoughts?
They've won 3 out of their last 5 games.
Okay.
And
Time to go on a run.
time to go on a run. No, I'm just
Wait,
looking
what?
forward to week 18 against the Bills to keep them out of the playoffs.
I love that. I love that. Wait, so is that 3 or 4 wins total?
Or
4?
Three.
Because I know Mark
Three,
was
three,
hyping
three,
up that
three,
under
three.
4.5 win total. And
I
now
know
you're
our
already sitting
future's
at 4.
shambling. Shocking.
yeah, get looking at that schedule.
I will say
cakewalky.
though, Peyton
Kind of
Pritchard,
cakewalky.
40 points the other night. That's looking like one of the better bets right now. And he did have the Dodgers, so
Yeah.
we can't fault the man too much. I feel like maybe some of his takes are just too out there, like the Nussmeier,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor MVP is looking a little rough
Yeah.
right now. But so what's the game plan here, Michael? Just get a win at the end of the season, get the morale up, lose your draft position, and then move into the next season?
No, I think they can win out.
Okay.
That wouldn't even. I was looking at who's eliminated, but I think
They're technically not eliminated, but I think they'd have to win the division. So I think if the Pats win one more game, then, or if the Bills win one more game, then they're eliminated.
yeah, I think the Pats
Yeah.
game in 2 weeks is super important for the division and the conference.
Yeah.
For the Bills. So we have 5 eliminated teams right now. The Jets are not one of them.
It's true. They've
All
got the
right.
Dolphins this week, then the Jags and the Saints, and then finish up with Pats, Bills.
Jags are a playoff team. I wouldn't be sleeping on them, but
Yeah, but they're also still the Jags.
fair.
They could just fuck.
But
around.
you're still the Jets. So,
Yeah, you pulling that they're just the Jags is crazy work.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Is it?
we'll see. We'll talk about their game. Yes, it is. The Jaguars are cursed, but I think the Jets are like way more cursed, which is crazy.
All right. The Jets
right.
in the past 5 weeks, they've won 3 games against bad teams, and I don't know how you felt. I don't think I was on the week after to talk about the Pats game, but that was
Yeah.
not like a Jets Pats of Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson era game. I felt like,
It was Thursday night.
yeah, I mean, I felt like it was at least like semi-close game in terms of like not
Score?
Obviously, they scored at the end to make it like balloon,
Yeah.
but I mean, I felt
I
like
thought
it was
the Pats were in
a
control of the
closer
majority
game.
of that game.
It was but it wasn't like a Jets are done after the first quarter like it's been.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, I explained it.
But that also
classic.
shouldn't be your expectation.
It was classic. The
It's-
Jets scored the
it's a-
first.
You know what?
touch-
We played a tough first quarter. I mean,
It was
They
a classic.
had-
Jets score the first touchdown. You text us, "Ha, it wasn't as easy
Yeah.
as you thought," and then we just controlled the rest of the game. But,
Yeah, and that was Justin Fields' last start.
R.I.P.
The,
Any final thoughts on Justin Fields as a Jets quarterback? Do you want him back?
I mean, no.
I mean, no.
It
He's
was fun
owed.
at
He's
times.
owed. No, it wasn't fun. He had 2 good games, and it was against the Bengals and the
Steelers.
Browns? Steelers? Yeah, Steelers. No. I mean, no. Just no.
Okay.
I think the Jets go into the offseason, sign a Mac Jones type player. Not Mac because he's under contract, but like
So then who are you
Brissett
talking?
or
Okay.
Someone in that ilk
Jacoby
of-
Brissett riding into this horse to save the Jets. Time to move on.
Jameis Winston would be electric in New York.
Yes, that's
Except
somebody
all of these people are under contract and you need to trade for someone. But I think they're
Jameis
gonna,
would get cut.
Davis Mills.
I think he's on a contract. I think
Yeah,
he's
but you gotta
not a
trade.
free agent.
You got to give up something.
Yeah, give up something. And then they draft like I don't know, some quarterback who was supposed to be a first round pick and played terrible all year in the 2nd or 3rd round. And that's what they do.
Garrett Nussmeier.
Drew Aller.
No. He's a bum.
Okay. Moving on. The Bucks, a team we've been kind of expecting to come back. They did come back. They didn't cover. Cam, your Cardinals lose again.
What a surprise.
I think
Way
they're
too.
eliminated.
Yeah, a
What?
little. I was going to say, what a surprise. But, I mean, it is surprising how they got that game close. Going to be interesting to see how this Bucks team finishes out the year. I know they've been banged up throughout the majority of the year, but I feel like I've been saying that week after week for the past 14 weeks. So it's like, at what point are we actually going to get back to full health and potentially try and make a run? But they still find ways to win. So I'm not going to, discredit that. But it's also tough to bet on the spread when they typically, are playing closer games than you would expect. So
Mike might be coming back soon.
yeah.
I think a week or two he'll be back. Somebody picked him up in fantasy. Somebody dropped him, which was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I thought the Bucks would win this game. I had them in my other bet was the Bucks and the Jags parlay. So that paid out pretty nice. This was a little worrying. They kind of had control of this game. I didn't watch. We were on the YouTube TV, so there was only 4 games to watch. I wasn't watching this game at all. Yeah, quad box. This wasn't on the quad box. We have some comments. This is about CJ Stroud. His numbers are good, but he doesn't pass the eye test. If they get better offensive line play, then I think he'd probably better. I mean, I think that's pretty fair to say. About the Bucks, Emeka Egbuka been sucking lately. # deserved. Yeah, I took him on the touchdown against the Rams. They did nothing. They didn't score that game. I don't think we weren't able to talk about that game, that Sunday night game. But yeah, that was a weird spot for the Bucks right there. All right. How about this one? The Tennessee Titans.
What a fucking surprise.
How about not this one?
Yeah, we can skip this one. But
Okay. Yep. Let's go over it. Yep. That's fine.
I said we can skip this one. The Titans.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's just like we
Titans
talked about in the preseason how we were all high on the fucking Titans over wins, and then they've won one game this entire year, and we're not talking about how. Never mind.
Listen,
Hey, I had Jags to win the division, so
same. I have a bet. I have live. That's like one of my only futures I could win.
Okay.
Jags to win the division. Cam Ward, rookie of the year, I have out there. That looks pretty dead at the moment.
Yeah, no shit.
Not much to add from this game. Titans might be getting ready for that first overall pick.
Might be.
They might. Some of these other teams, I mean,
They are.
The Giants and the Saints and the Raiders, like these teams are. They're
all got 2, right? They all have 2.
It's close if the Titans fuck around and win again. Which
let's take a look at the Titans' schedule.
They got the Browns this week. All right, we'll get back to the Titans.
Not going to score.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that. They end with Titans, Jags. Those are 2 winnable games.
That's
AFC South team in week
Saints,
18.
Jags, sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Titans could get to 5.5. Let's go. Speaking of
they just got to win one of the 49ers and.
Can we move on to the next game? I can't.
Yes,
see
I'm trying to.
No, I think we should continue to talk about the Titans.
Speaking of not scoring, that is what Max Brosmer did when he came in as an undrafted free agent leading this Vikings offense, and the Vikings are fucking horrible. 4-8 on the season. A lot of JJ McCarthy critics out there. Can't imagine Justin Jefferson's too happy right now. I mean, you still have the Brian Flores defense, which I guess can help keep you in some games, but I mean, it's getting ugly for Minnesota, and obviously the Seahawks keep rolling. But Mikey, any thoughts on your Seahawks?
Yeah, their defense is still elite. I mean, obviously, undrafted quarterback is most defenses are gonna put on a show. But I feel like I didn't watch much of this game, but
that pick 6, dude, holy shit!
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, Sam didn't have to do much. He didn't do much. Didn't have to. They kind of just rolled to this victory.
Yeah, no additional thoughts. I mean, I think the Seahawks team has gained a little bit more respect out of me, but it's also like Mikey just said. I mean, they played an undrafted quarterback on a team that has not been successful with a first-round pick from 2 years ago. So this Minnesota team, I feel like, might be in trouble. I'm a JJ McCarthy guy, at least going into the year. I don't know what the future is for him, but I don't know. It's interesting.
One more year. Sam Donald revenge game.
Off the bench.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of. We didn't get to that last week, but he came down with concussions on the plane, which I guess is actually pretty common. But people weren't saying that was bullshit. This 4:00 window is really not giving us much. Raiders hung in for a half. Ultimately, the Chargers, one of the more inconsistent teams, are able to kind of say fuck you. We got some Trey Lance snaps here. Justin Herbert's broke his left hand, but looks like he's going to play this week. So something to monitor from the Chargers moving forward. I think, Cam, this is one of the teams we'd want, the Chargers in New England. I think we'd
Yeah,
like to
I
see.
would love to see the Chargers in New England, honestly, especially after that embarrassing loss we had last year. I think that I would love that matchup if they're able to sneak their way into the playoffs, but not much. I mean, we've talked about the Chargers kind of like, on and off,
Yeah.
being extremely inconsistent throughout the year, and this Raiders team has been pretty much god awful after that week 1 win against the Pats. But
Yeah, not much to add here.
Carroll done.
Find
Who?
out. Go.
Carroll.
I think they might go different quarterback and then try him one more year. But
Yeah.
he might just be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, he's like 85, isn't he? I mean,
No,
like he's like 70. Yeah.
He might just say fuck this shit, and that'd be the only. Like, I think they got to give him at least another year.
Yeah.
But different quarterback. I think they'll definitely drop the quarterback. They might be in like the Ty Simpson,
Yeah.
Dante Moore, that type of range to take somebody. This game was close for a half. Looked like this was going to be the game of the day, at least for the 4:00 slate, and then we turned off
Steelers.
football at halftime and didn't miss much as the Bills just run it up. Bills look okay. I mean, if you watch the first half, it wasn't like they were jumping off the paper or anything. But obviously them being able to come back in the second half and kind of just shut out the Steelers team, who has had moments this season. It's all kind of falling apart for them right now. But, the Steelers team has some decent wins and some performances that are like, what the fuck? Mike Tomlin, you like to be on the coach watch. Fired, yay or nay?
No, I don't think they fire him. If he leaves on his own accord.
Amicable split?
Yeah,
I
mutual
don't know.
agreement.
I wonder. I don't know if we ever got word, or if we will after the season, how on board he was with signing Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good point.
I would guess he wasn't very on board, but interesting to look at. Terrible game again. All right, he does have a broken left hand, I think, or wrist or something. I don't know. Looked terrible. Has looked terrible for a lot of the year. He had 2 good games.
That's your guy.
Good opening week against the Jets. And
I
then
think he needed that.
James Cook was like, I need the ball, and then they waited 5 weeks to give him the ball, and then he just ate in this game. So
Rodgers needed that Bears game to get his swag back.
Yeah.
They should let him play.
yeah, no.
I just think that Steelers team is just so bad. They can't stop the run. Even the Pats, when we played them, actually were not a great running team, but even we ran the ball pretty well on them. It was just the fact that we kept fucking turning the ball. We turned the ball over 5 times in that game. So, just the fact that it was a close game through half, I feel like is more of a testament to this Bills team isn't, that overly dominant offensive force that we were expecting. I don't this game didn't really change my opinion on either team. I'm not confident in the Bills, at least trying to make that Super Bowl run. And I never really thought the Steelers would ever do that. I'm surprised if they would even make the playoffs at this point. So not much has changed on that front.
I feel like the Steelers are I don't know, neither of you really watch NBA basketball, but the Clippers of this year, I feel like the Steelers are. They're just
The Clippers are fucking awful.
They're the old team that was relying on old players, and a lot of personalities that didn't mesh.
Chris Paul.
Yeah. Aaron
Who
Rodgers.
Didn't they just cut? They just cut Darius Slay, who actually just went. I think he just signed with the Bills. I think they cut somebody else too earlier, either yesterday or today.
They
But
signed Adam Thielen.
oh yeah, huge pickup for the offense.
40-year-old Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to get.
I think they're
Will
turning the wrong direction.
Let Will Howard in there. Let it rip.
Yeah, I would love that actually.
But no, Mason Rudolph has to play. Sunday night was the best game of the day. My guy Mariota gave it his all. Got to respect to go for 2 at the end, even though it hurts the Pats position. We would be, if the Commanders won this game, we'd be all donating to Mariota's charity. So I don't want to hear it on Mariota's end. You know, he gave it his all, and not you, just other friends I have.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm a Mariota guy. You know that, so.
Me too. And maybe I'm being defensive right now, but this was a good game. Like, you go into a Sunday night football game on week 13 and it's a 3-8 team or whatever matched up against a 10-2 team. It's like, why the fuck am I going to watch this? But this is one of those games where it's like prime time makes good games, you know? And the Broncos kind of squandered this where I think the Commanders kind of came back. This was a good watch, even though, you know, it messed up the sleep schedule with the overtime. It's all good though. It was worth it to see Mariota give it a shot. And that Broncos defense, very vaunted, was looking very suspect late against this Commanders offense, getting whatever they wanted. And it wasn't even like, you know, I think Zach Ertz had a couple of drops. There was a couple of miscues on the Commanders' end. So not really scared of the Denver Broncos, but at this point, I'm not really scared of any team. So
yeah.
What did you think of this game?
No, I couldn't agree more. My main takeaway was that all the hype going, you know, to the Broncos, especially in national media. I feel like even Boston sports radio, I don't know if you've been listening to a lot, but they've always been talking about how they're scared to go into Denver and play, especially with that defense. But letting that Commanders team kind of take control of them, or at least coming back and making it a game, like that team's looked like shit all year. And they put up, you know, I know it went to overtime, but putting up 26 against that team definitely like puts my mind at ease. I'm not really, like you said, not worried about really any team. Like obviously there's cause for concern in certain situations, but I mean, definitely if pound for pound, I think the Pats are much better than they are the Broncos. So we'll see how it goes, obviously, going to the playoffs. But I feel like this was a terrible game for the Broncos and gives the Patriots even more confidence that they already have going into the bye week.
Michael, are you able to catch any of this one?
The beginning. Some of us have to work.
So did I. I had to drive 50 minutes into
Yeah, Mariota should have been wearing the jersey, but
that's your fault.
my fault.
He's the GOAT. And honestly, I think you just bench Jaden Daniels the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah.
He's supposed to be back this week, I thought, right?
Oh, he is?
There's no point.
There's actually no point in that, but
yeah.
we'll look into that when we get to that game. Last one, we touched on this with our caller. Big W for the Pats. Kind of just not even as you expect, like even more than you expect. Like I'm kind of that? Cue the duck boats.
Yes, sir.
I got it in the title. That's the last part. Pats Super Bowl ? Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good team. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like I've honestly expected us to drop one of these trap games, and it's just not happening. Like we have a really good team, good coaching. It's all there, and some of the stuff at the end was a little bit suspect with the passing in the fourth quarter. I don't know why we're doing that, but I think the mix between Ramondre and Trayvon's really good, and I think the offense is like fully back now. Like it's going to be as best it's going to be, and I just want to see where this goes. Like I don't have high expectations. I don't have low expectations. Like I think we're just a good team, and I want to see who we play, see how we do. Hopefully win at least one or two playoff games. And this season would be a success in my book. Obviously you want to go to the Super Bowl, but this has been a great season to be back. And what were your takeaways?
Kind of going off of your first analogy of like, watching that, shoe drop or watching the shoe fall on the other foot. I kind of feel like in a positive way, that was the best defense I think has looked all year. They were much more physical, and we've kind of talked a little bit already about the hit on Dart, but throughout the entire game, like they were hitting a lot harder than I've seen. I've watched almost every single snap of the Patriots this year, and that was the best I've seen that defense play. So seeing, a little bit more complementary football from the defensive side of the ball was really encouraging because we've had to rely on Drake, I feel like, for the majority of the season. But also, when Drake plays, a great game, he obviously didn't throw for 300. That's the huge thing. He hasn't had that breakout 300-yard game, but you watch him play and it's just so accurate moving the ball down the field and mixing the pass and the run from McDaniel's game plan. I mean, with Booty back too, Booty catching a touchdown. Kyle Williams also catching a touchdown. I was watching the game with my dad and we looked it up. So he has 5 catches this year. I don't know if we've ragged on Kyle Williams on this pod, but I definitely do off camera. But I mean, he's 5 catches for 2 tutties. Like the speed is undoubt. Like he blows past receivers. It's more of like the route running and obviously, catching the ball. But I mean, if he can figure it out and this defense can maintain that same physicality, like going through Foxborough is going to be fucking tough in the AFC, especially in the cold weather. I mean, I would, if you're any other team in the AFC, I wouldn't want to be playing in Foxborough.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, they had that aura. Like I don't want to be like that, but like that was a tough look for the
You
Giants.
could hear the crowd. Like you could hear the crowd too. Like that's definitely a fucking factor. Like that's been one of the best things about the Patriots, that we have one of the like great fan bases, and we just haven't been able to show it off the past 5 years because we've sucked. But now, like that we are playing well, you have that home field advantage outside of the weather with the crowd noise and everything.
Yeah. I think, I was thinking with the other stuff going on in Boston, you have like the Celtics are going to have a bad year. Well, not a bad year, but like less
Not
than
the same.
usual.
Yeah.
And then you have the Bruins, who look like they're not one of the better teams in the NHL right now. Red Sox just continue to not spend anything, but
Sonny Gray? What do you mean?
they didn't spend, they traded.
No, I was joking, but yeah.
So we have one more comment, and then we can transition to our guest on stream here. But Kyle's separation off the line is amazing. Him and Drake just never on the same page.
Agreed.
Right.
Pretty obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think my thing with the receivers is I think DeMario Douglas or Booty or somebody on the Pats will be gone, so he can kind of maybe step in next year and be that guy.
Yeah.
Expanded role, because we have to remember these wide receivers don't really come on rookie year. Like it's been a new phenomenon, but they don't always have to be right out there.
Also a 3rd-round pick too. It's not like he's top 50.
You're not taking him like
receiver.
Jamar Chase, number 4 overall. Yeah, so
exactly.
He's got time to develop. All right, so as always, the DOUF segment is here.
All right.
We kind of switched around due to softball. How many weeks of softball you guys got left? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you. I'm not really sure. I kind of just show up when they tell me to show up. I'm not in the group chat, so
we have a separate group chat for you. All right.
No, he's saying about softball, right?
Oh, awkward.
I was actually talking about softball. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Awkward.
It's all right. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough timing, I guess. I honestly kind of have to drive while I'm doing this, but
no, you mean
we just won trivia, so shout out us.
Shout out us.
Yeah, no, my driver's got me. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's
yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Oh no, did we lose Dubby?
We lose Dub again.
That was a scare. I'm back. Almost.
Dude.
Life support. All right, so was Tendy going to be joining or no?
Tendy's not going to be joining. He is working very hard for our family right now, so we can't disturb him.
Okay.
Our family?
Yeah, we have a family together.
Interesting.
Should he be submitting picks later on?
No, I have his picks, so I
Okay,
can give out his picks as well.
All right. Make sure the picks are done in a safe manner. So we didn't have a stream last week. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. So we flashed back to 2 weeks ago. You were actually the leader in the clubhouse, Mark, at 2-2. It was a rough week for the boys.
Oh yeah.
Tendy was 1-2-1. Cam was 1-2-1. I was 1-3. So that brings us to Tendy 21-18-1 on the year. Mikey 10-6. Cam 11-12-1. Mark, you're 18-22. I'm 16-23-1. Yeah, that 0 for 4 is hurting you. But any ideas on the punishment / reward? We kind of talked about this with Tendy, and I said we'd text the group chat, and then no one answered when I texted the group chat. So any updates on your end on that part?
I actually did answer the group chat. I had a little
You were the only one
live
with ideas.
stream
I respect
idea.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough when all the boys aren't in the same spot. We didn't agree to a monetary value, so I don't know. We can brainstorm still. We got like 5
Still
weeks
early.
left.
We got time. It was also tough. That was during, going into Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody's traveling, spending time with family.
Well,
Hey,
we
shout
didn't.
out chat. Chat, if you have any ideas on what the punishment should be, drop them right now.
I don't like
Um,
that. I don't like that idea.
No haircut bets, no tattoo bets. Everything else plays.
Why no haircut?
Because Tendy's already getting his haircut for New Year's.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll listen to the chat. Maybe we'll have a real brainstorm session, or maybe we'll just keep talking about it. But we will start with the dog. So actually, no, I forgot to update the team. So Team Florida, 39-40-1. Team Dubcast, 37-41-2. And you have to pick who's going against you guys this week in the DOUF.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, I forgot who was hot right now. So, just off the dome, Dub, it's your show, so you can play. And I don't know, Cam's biting his fingernails over there. He looks kind of nervous. I guess we'll let him play.
All right,
Mikey's been on
perfect.
the sideline for a while.
Yeah, damn. Pick me one time.
Sorry, Mikey. Maybe if you answered your phone calls from me every once in a while, I'd let you play.
You've never called me in your life.
That's just not true. Just a horrific lie.
All right.
Dub?
All
Dub,
right.
you want
Another momentary almost lost me. We'll start with the dog. So Tendy technically has the best record. I'm not sure if you guys group huddled, Mark, but Tendy's got the first pick here. Then it would go to Cam after.
All right. I've got Tendy's picks. God damn it. Pause.
Can't really do that on a live stream, but
All right, yeah,
All right.
We'll just stop the live and come back when you're
I've got Tendy's pick here. Oh, I gotta find the app. Here we are. Tendy's picking the Bengals at +5.
All right.
Okay.
I can't say anything about his reasoning because I'm not in his brain. So Bengals +5 for Tendy.
All right,
All right.
Cam, we go to you.
yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville +1.5 at home.
All right, Mark.
In honor of Texans Colin, this is, quote, the game of the year in the NFL. Texans, Chiefs. He said this is going to end the dynasty altogether, and the Texans will make the playoffs after this win. So in order to win, they got to cover 3.5. Texans, 3.5.
Good pick. Good pick.
So I had 4 potential picks of the dog, and 3 of them were taken, which is absurd. I'll go with someone we were talking about earlier on the
Take
stream.
Jets.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with someone we were just talking about. Give me Marcus Mariota and the Commanders +2.5.
Jesus.
But there's a potential wrench of Jaden Daniels being back, according to Mikey. Vikings are horrible. Give me the Commanders +2.5.
Skins,
Love
but
it.
yeah.
I love it, Dub. I love
Let's
it.
go. For the over, so we're back to Tendy for the over.
So Tendy's over is going to be Seahawks and Falcons.
Fuck.
I'm not sure of the number. It was either 41 or 44.
44.
And to be honest, I don't love this pick out of him, but you got to trust him because the kid's hot. So that's the pick.
Is he hot?
Have you seen him lately?
Okay.
No, we haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's meatball of a boy right now.
Cam?
All right. We're going to go with. I don't love it. That was my pick. I'm going New Orleans, Tampa, over 42.5.
All right. Mark?
My pick is going to be Rams and Cardinals. The number's 47.5. Rams, big bounce back. Cardinals have some kind of offense going because Jacoby's slinging the ball 60 times a game. So give me Rams, Cardinals.
That was the one pick on my board. Last up, I'll go with the Colts and the Jaguars over 48.5. AFC South divisional matchup.
All right.
Under. Back to Tendy with the under.
Tendy is going to take a pretty chalk under. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to be Dolphins and Jets at 41.5.
Boo.
Michael
right.
doesn't like the pick.
It's a bad bet.
We'll see.
Cam?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Just kidding. Skins and the Vikings under 42.5. I can't see this being a high scoring game, so I'll take them.
Mark.
My under, if this doesn't hit, then something's wrong and it's rigged. It's going to be Broncos and Raiders at 40.5. Broncos defense is historic. Raiders are trash. Raiders might put up 3 points. Broncos also can't score. So even if their big number is like 24. So I think 40.5 is unreachable.
All right. I'm looking at that over-under for tomorrow, but I won't risk it. I'm going to go with the Steelers and the Ravens under 43.5.
I like that,
North
Doug.
dogfight. Steelers offense is broken right now. Ravens offense is broken right now. Favorite, Tendy, wrap us up virtually or through spirit.
Yeah. Favorite out of Tendy is going to be a bounce back out of the Rams at 7.5. They're playing the Cardinals, so big bounce back out of the boys in LA.
I like that pick. Cam?
Give me Philly -3, bounce back spot, kind of the same thing, but definitely take the 3 over 7.5. Give me Philly -3.
Mark?
My favorite, I've got Seahawks by 7 over the.
Whoa, I thought we were picking different games.
Why? What'd you pick?
No, I mean, didn't you take the Seahawks on the over?
No, you can do it. Anything.
No, I took the Rams as the over.
Oh,
Tendy took the
Tendy.
Seahawks as the over.
Fair. All right, my bad.
Back off, kid. All right.
I got one person speaking. I'm keeping track. I'm just making sure that we're playing by the rules.
My lord. Yeah, I've got the Seahawks as the over, or the favorite.
Favorite.
Yep, as the favorite. Cam's mixing me up now, but yeah, favorite Seahawks. Book it.
Just the way we like it. Mixing them up, Darby. What we got?
This is a tough one. Do I go with the Vegas rat line or do I go with
You go Thursday. You go Thursday night.
abominable snowman? Mikey, what do you think?
Snowman.
All right, we're going with the Browns -4.5 against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh my God! All right.
The Titans are an abominable snowman. They suck and lose every game. You should love that pick, Cam.
4.5's a lot of points for both these teams.
Shadur,
but-
perfect timing.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hey, I'm bought in. You're right.
9-0.
You're right. Titans are a CFL team. We're fine. 4.5's
I'll
nothing.
reveal my other pick later, and then we'll judge if that's a better pick. So, Mark, any closing thoughts? We were actually talking about your Jets under 4.5 wins future.
Yeah, I was looking at the sketch. I don't hate it. I don't love it. There was one game. It's the Dolphins. If they beat the Dolphins,
That's
I
this
think
week.
it might be over. That might be game of the year for my bet. Like, they need to lose the Dolphins.
But
But
then you're betting on Tua in 30-degree weather in MetLife.
yeah, but I mean, are you betting on Tyrod and who?
A.D. Mitchell, hello.
Oh, true, I
Oh.
guess. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I've got faith. Like, it's the Jets. They're gonna find a way to blow it. I wish they did last week. That was a bad win for me. But what are you gonna do?
Anything new catch your eye? It's been 2 weeks.
No.
Jonathan
No.
Taylor looking a little rough.
Jonathan Taylor's not doing
Pritchard,
great.
though, I did say that too. Pritchard, 40 points the other night.
Yeah, Pritchard's been doing all right. I mean, that's got a long way to go, so I haven't really been keeping up with it.
Yeah, it's the NBA. You don't follow that till like April.
I'm big on the fucking college football right now, boys. I know you don't really love to talk about college football, but
We love to talk.
Whoa,
Mikey doesn't
yo,
like
me
it.
and Dub got our own segment after the pod.
All right. Well, listen. If you ever want me to hop back on for college football, that's
You got
where
softball half the fucking time.
Yeah, that's up to you,
Yeah.
brother. You
I
can
didn't
hop
know
back
there was a
on.
college football segment.
I mean, it
Yeah.
lasts like 4 minutes, but
All
still
right,
a
well,
seg.
It'll be longer this week, I'll tell you that much.
True.
I don't know. There's some contention around the 10, 11, 12 spot. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't really care. Those teams are irrelevant. I would love to see how Indiana stacks up to Ohio State. Ohio State's a juggernaut. I hope Indiana wins because I hate Ohio State. And then Georgia, Alabama. Alabama's not going to win, but if they win, where do they get to? And then what's his name going to LSU, and
Kiffin.
Ole Miss is still ahead of A&M. Like, what is that? A&M is nasty. I know they haven't played anyone, but I think A&M is nasty.
A&M might lose first round, brother.
I don't know. To
Depends
Ole
on
Miss,
matchup. Depends on matchup.
we'll see.
Actually,
that's what
I want to pick your brain on this. I'm looking at some futures for the champion. Do you think the Georgia Bulldogs can do it? Bullshit, bias aside.
100%. They're a nasty team. They lost one game to Alabama, and they lost by 3. Kirby Smart went for it on 4th and 2 from the 20-yard line. Kick a field goal there, you're tied. Not Stetson Bennett. Fucking Gunner
Stockton.
throws a touchdown pass in the 3rd quarter that would have put them up. The dude drops it. They make 2 plays. They win that game. They're undefeated. They're debatably the number 1 team in the country. I think they can absolutely do it. It depends. Ohio State's really good. Ohio State's won by 10 points every single game. They haven't given up more than 16. They're a good team. So we'll see.
All right,
Ohio
well,
State. They haven't played shit.
we've got somebody on the stage to rebut your calls.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I'll make it quick. Mark, brother, Georgia can win it all?
I
Gunnar
like these takes.
Stockton?
These are hot takes.
I believe that, actually.
What?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
to
Georgia
me,
as well.
guys. All right.
Better
What?
question maybe for the panel. Ohio State or the field? Cam.
Field. Easy.
What? OSU.
Can y'all
No.
hear me? I can't hear anything now.
Oh,
Oh, not
David,
this
come back.
shit.
hello?
We
Mark?
can hear you, Dubby.
We can hear you, Dad.
Mark's
I
frozen.
still got nothing out of you guys.
Leave and come back.
Shit.
He can't hear it. You can't hear us say
All right,
it.
well, it was a pleasure. I'll see y'all next week. Go Dogs.
All
Go
right,
Dogs.
Be good. The problem is when you say leave and rejoin, they can't hear you. I learned that tonight. So we'll have some more. I think we'll do another
Separate
Greg.
college football
Yeah,
playoff.
me and Greg will do a live stream for college football. You're
Oh,
welcome to
that'll be
join.
really intelligent. Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to join that, but we'll talk more college football at the end of the pod. We have to get to week 14. Weeks are flying by. This is the segment everyone's been waiting for, the picks. We did have some distractions, but I think we did a good job being there.
We're back. Yeah, we battled
we're-
through some
yeah.
adversity. Yeah.
So we start with
Every
Thursday
good
night.
pod needs some adversity.
It was, I don't know if I would even say adversity, but there was, I think sidetracking maybe is a better word. But we have Thursday night, honestly, a pretty good game for this late in the season when you can't flex out a Thursday night. The Dallas Cowboys heading to the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions have been full of woe lately. Cowboys are on a little bit of a winning streak, impressive offense. So Cam, as our leader throughout the seasons, we are tied, but we'll still give it to you as a tie break. Take us away here. What's your pick for this game?
I think it's a get right spot and a get wrong spot on the same page. I think Detroit wins this game pretty handily, honestly, at home on Thursday night after getting embarrassed on at home on Thanksgiving. That's their notorious game. So, and it's also not a short week for them. They've had a full week of practice. I know it's also not a short week for Dallas either, but Dallas going on the road, coming off of a huge high, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I love Detroit here -3.
Yeah, I'm with you, but this is my stake in the ground game because I did think the Lions would win last week against the Packers just due to the Packers' nature of how they play teams. But if the Lions don't cover this spread, I might be done taking them with Because this is like an obvious like Dan Campbell. Oh, they're just going to win this game by like 14 or 10 points probably. But if they don't do that, and they, I guess in order for them to not cover, they'd have to lose this game, which would be crazy. But that would make me say, at the Lions are actually once I'm done with them. So I'm going with the Lions as well, but kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Cautious.
Hesitant.
Yeah, hesitant, cautious. I need to see what happens here. Is Amon-Ra back?
It's rumored that I think he's questionable, but the rumor is that he practiced this week. So
Jameson did look good in that game against the Packers. So they have that. They still have the dual threat running backs. Goff is just Goff at this point. He's middle tier quarterback. But Michael, we'll kick it to you. Will this first pick of the night be a group ride, or will you be going with the Dak-led Dallas Cowboys?
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I wouldn't bet this. This is one of the last picks I settled on, but I am taking the Lions with you guys. I think
Team Ride started off
a little bit too much, and the Cowboys have not enough on the defensive side of the ball to. I think this is a huge Gibbs game.
Okay.
Yeah, Gibbs had a crazy game a couple weeks ago. I forget what specific game that was. I think it was maybe the Lions game. I mean, the Eagles game.
Maybe the Lions game?
Definitely the Lions game. So no Friday games, no Saturday games yet. We move ahead to Sunday at 1 p.m. and we have the NFC North or NFC South. I'm all over the place tonight. The Saints head to Tampa. We have friends out in Tampa. However,
we're
going to talk off pod maybe. Saints plus 8.5 coming off covering last week. I'm going to go with the Bucks. Getting healthy in the right spot. I think they need to win games like this. I think this could be a Bucks win by 10 spot. Simply put, if not a blowout. Tyler Shuck, I'm of the mindset of giving quarterbacks some run time, but right now he's not looking like the greatest thing on earth. He does keep the team in it at some points, but there's just not enough on that Saints offense. Cutting Brandon Cooks, they don't have wide receivers. So, they have Olave and Kamara, but it's like, we kind of know the story with that. I'm going with the Bucks, 8.5. I think offense overwhelms them here in Tampa, especially Tampa wins this game that they need. Michael, what do you think?
I sort of disagree here. I'm going to take the Saints. I think it's not going to be a close game. Might be a backdoor cover. I think Shuck didn't look horrible. Like it might have been just like a mid-tier 25th best starting quarterback in the league game last week.
That's not mid-tier. That's low-tier.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's
mid-tier 25th quarterback.
There's some backup quarterbacks that would be in the top 30 probably. So,
Mac
could be in the top 20.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints. I don't think the Bucks have enough offense right now to cover the 8.5. If they do, it'll be
Bucky's back. Apparently, we have sources on the ground. They're saying Bucky's was in a mental hospital.
We did hear
All
that.
right. Was he in the room with him or
his barber? I don't know if
Barber.
okay.
Barber.
This is allegedly. I don't have. I'm just saying things that come to my mind.
This is not reporting. This is.
This can't be taken as facts. The whole blah blah blah. Cam, you've got a tie to break here. What do you think for this game?
I'm going with you, Debbie. I think the Bucks win this game by probably like 17 points, honestly. At home, I feel like they are relatively disappointed with that win against Arizona only by 3 points. And I feel like this is when they try to make their playoff push to kind of to show that they're the divisional leaders. Not that it should even be in the question, but with the Panthers kind of on their heels, I feel like it's more of a wake-up call. And the Saints team I've seen them in person, and they're just not good. I mean, I don't know. I think this line's honestly pretty short for them. I thought this would be a double-digit spread, but yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go with Tampa minus 8.5.
All right. I did want to say we have some comments to get to, which wow. But I want to
Wow.
say, I did look at the last week games, and there was a lot of underdogs. So I think that's kind of in my mind for
Huge
this.
dog.
This
Yeah.
might be a favorite get back spot week, but it could just be another chaos week. But that's why I was in like these 50-50 matchups. Well, this wasn't close for me, but like in the future, that's in my mind. Like maybe this is just a favorites week. So we have some comments from Caitlin Adonis 5080. She says, "Guy in the middle is a complete moron."
Yeah. She can suck a cock.
I think you're not in the middle. Mikey's in the middle, I think.
Oh,
I
maybe we
second that.
rotate. That's not nice, Caitlin. Damn.
I
Do you know
second
this kid?
what Ken said. No, I never seen this person in my life.
Do you know this person, Ken?
I do, unfortunately. Yeah.
Maybe you are in the middle.
I'm in the middle
And
now.
I don't know what this is. Mike Cull, ? Oh, Michael.
Oh. Well, still, that's my friend, so you can still suck a dick. That's not nice to say to my friend.
Can't
Yeah.
do in war with the viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, we have more. Michael, this question for you. What up with my Buckeye Wilson?
Garrett
Garrett, yeah.
sprained his knee or something.
Put some.
He got
icy
his
combination.
bag and he'll be back next year. I hope he doesn't play again this year. There was like rumors that he'll be back for the last 2 weeks of the year, but I hope he does not play.
AD Mitchell looked pretty good. We'll get into that with the Jets game. All right, another game happening is the Bengals and the Bills. Joe Burrow's back. Obviously got the big win on Thanksgiving night. Some extra rest to head to Buffalo, where they'll be 5.5-point underdogs. Michael, what do you think about this game? Starting it off.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills here. I think people overhyped the Joe Burrow play of last week. I feel like, at least in the first 3 quarters, I didn't really get to watch much of the fourth. He was good, not great, terrible in the red zone. I saw at one point he was like 1 of 11 passing in the red zone. I feel like you're gonna need a bit more than that playing the Bills, and their defense is still horrible. So I'm taking the Bills here.
Cam?
I'm going to agree with Mikey here. I feel like this is kind of the time where the Bills, unfortunately, as a Patriots fan, might turn it on. And I feel like the Bengals kind of riding off the high of the win on Thanksgiving. I know it's a longer week for them, but I think 5.5 on the road is tough for them to overcome. I think Buffalo wins this game by at least a touchdown, if not a little bit more. So give me Buffalo minus 5.5 going into the playoffs towards the end of the season.
Well, I'm going with the dog in this fight. I'm going with the Bengals. Joe Burrow is my he might be number 3 right now of my quarterback list. It needs some adjusting because I haven't accounted for the Drake.
Where's Drake?
Yeah, I haven't accounted for Drake May. This is like just going off running history.
Yeah.
Drake May wasn't great last year. I think we can all admit that.
Fair.
So I need to like recalibrate after this offseason because I might not be able to say Justin Herbert's top 5 anymore. So
Fair.
we'll get into it. I'll do some analysis, but I think Joe Burrow, the talent's there, and I think I don't know if T. Higgins is playing, but I think that he'll keep this close. I think this could be like a Bills win by a field goal spot. Bengals might win this game outright. The Bills have not been a trustworthy team this whole season. They don't really blow teams out. Yes, they blew out the Steelers, but like they're going to do that twice in a row. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a close game. High scoring. This is the second highest over-under on the board. I think that favors the Bengals just being able to score the ball at will. We saw them score the ball at will with Joe Flacco. I think Joe Burrow's a little bit better than Joe Flacco at this point in his career, but what do I know? But I think Bengals 5.5. I like that number for the Bengals to cover this in either one possession loss for them or outright win for the Bengals. More comments from the chat. Mikey's black screen right now, but we have somebody apologizing for the previous comments. Gabe Eckstein, 1964, says, "I'm sorry for her." So, Michael, I hope you'll accept this apology on behalf of Gabe Eckstein.
He's also not very nice, so you don't have to worry about that.
He's apologizing,
I don't accept.
I think it might be more sarcasm. I also just saw a text from him come through my phone. So I saw the first couple of words didn't seem nice. So I don't know. Maybe they might be exiled from the pod.
I do have the band hammer if needed. Next comment, Joe Shiesty taking him to the DOUF. Watch it. I think it's too late.
Is that Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know NFL ball. He's a Falcons fan, so he hasn't known ball in his entire life.
You can just kind of throw takes it there. Takes it
Yeah.
well. All right. Michael, Joe Shiesty taking him to the off. Watch it. Your thoughts?
You gotta win out. Run the table. Aaron Rodgers.
I love that meme. Let's do it. So if we go to the aforementioned Falcons, and Cam, you're actually leading us off on this one. So I think somebody took the Seahawks -7 for their favorite. I don't know if that was you, but what do you
No,
think
that
about this
was
game?
that was Mark. I did give the Seahawks a little bit of credit. I feel like I've kind of been dogging the NFC North, or an NFC West. Sorry, yeah, NFC West. Sorry. For the majority of this pod. But this year they've kind of flipped the script. I also I'm not fully bought in on Darnold, but when they're playing Atlanta, I don't know, it just seems like Njigba's really been stepping it up in the second year this year. And I just can't see Seattle, kind of blowing this against this Atlanta team. I feel like Atlanta is almost, kind of lost in the wave when it comes to, the playoff berth, and they're I feel like there's no hope. We kind of talked about the lefty quarterback. I don't really think that there's any
He's
hope
out for
for
the
them.
year. It's Kirk.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, even without him though, futuristic wise,
Yeah.
this Atlanta team, I just don't think has any hope. So I think I'm gonna go with Seattle -7. And maybe Sammy D can, put up some points like Mikey always hopes for. So
I'm with
They
you.
put up a lot
Seattle.
of points against bad teams. So
yeah.
I'm with you. Seattle -7. I would say the caution to the wind. They did have that week 2 weeks ago, and the Titans covered against them. Whatever happened there, as they say in The Sopranos. I got Seahawks -7 though. Kirk has looked terrible at quarterback for the Falcons, losing to the Jets. Had that other shitty game 2 weeks ago. I'm forgetting against who. But yeah, I think this Falcons team, it's time to just punt on the season. And I don't know what you're looking for in the drafts in the offseason, but it might be time to get rid of Raheem Morris. I think this is his second or third year.
Second.
Maybe should have hired Belichick. Probably not though.
I think this is his 4th year.
No, because they were in the rumor for Bill.
Yeah, it's two.
He was a coach somewhere else. You may be thinking of that.
I think it was
I got-
DC.
Maybe, yeah.
I got the Seahawks -7 though. I just think that's the smart play, and I think the favorites get back to it. So this is an easy one to take the favorite. Michael, group ride
Yep.
here, or are you going against your
Yeah,
squad?
group ride.
Team ride.
Watching the Falcons last week, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah, you got an up close to look at them.
So yeah, I didn't get to watch the Seahawks games. They didn't seem like they had a great week on offense this past week. So we'll get back against the Falcons defense, which is injured and has been letting up points. So yeah, Seahawks by 1 million.
All right.
Keep it up to 12.
Smart number. I don't hate it. Next one is AFC North. We have the Steelers in Baltimore. These matchups always seem to be close until they're not. I'm going to go with the Steelers +6. I think hell is on fire for them right now, but it is for the Ravens as well. Both these teams need this game as equally as much. I think this is a low-scoring game, as I indicated with my DOUF pick, under, so I think that leans towards the Steelers. I think 6 is way too many points in this matchup, and Vegas kind of likes the Ravens too much. Just right now, I think the Ravens could win this game, but it's not going to be more than 6. I'm going with the Steelers +6. Michael?
Sorry, I was just writing something down for later. Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm gonna take the Ravens in this one. I don't know if it's Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers or Ashton Genty at quarterback. Who knows?
Will Howard?
Did you say Ashton Genty?
Breaking news. The Steelers have traded for Ashton Genty after the trade deadline. He is starting at
He will
quarterback
play
this
quarterback. Yeah. And the Ravens, I feel like, though they've looked bad, especially offensively and defensively until the past 2 or 3 weeks, they have enough built up offensive firepower over the past couple of years. I feel like they get things done. Steelers releasing some of their players on defense, maybe get a couple young guys in there that Lamar can take advantage of. Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens here.
Cam?
I'm riding with UW. Unfortunately, we've picked all the same picks so far this week, but going back to that AFC North matchup, I think it's going to be too close for a 6-point spread, and it's also kind of a get right spot for Pittsburgh after being embarrassed last week. I know it's on the road, but Baltimore also hasn't looked that great so far, even with Lamar being back. I think just six is too many. I think it's a field goal game, even if Baltimore wins. I could see Pittsburgh even kind of like messing around in the division and win this game outright. But yeah, I'll take Pittsburgh plus the 6 points here.
We had a different pick for the Bengals and Bills game. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I took Bengals. All right. I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers. I don't think there's an injury concern. We have Aaron Rodgers invited players over to watch film on his birthday.
That I might reverse my.
Steelers, Aaron Rodgers gets harsh words from former quarterback. Yeah, we had the him calling out the receivers. I don't know.
He called out Jonnu specifically. Tough. Expat.
No, I don't really care about John.
All right. No respect, but okay.
Another AFC matchup taking place in the AFC South this time. It's the Colts and the Jaguars. Michael, we start with you this time. What do you think, Jags? Plus 1.5 in Florida, in Jacksonville, where they play. Colts looking rough lately. 2-game loss streak for the Colts.
Jags here.
Jags.
I'm not loving it. I think this could be a get back spot for the Colts. I just really did not like how Danny Dimes looked last week limping around.
Broken leg, according to the people on this stream.
I think that was you.
No, Mikey said that.
It's true. He broke his fibula or something.
I'm looking this up.
Does Daniel Dimes have a broken leg? Answer from Google AI, yes.
Chat GPT.
But yeah, I'm taking the Jags. I feel like they just come out on top in these like stupid games, and 1.5 is enough. So yeah.
Didn't you have a fibula? Oh no, you had a femur, right?
That's
Come
a
on.
HIPAA violation, Dub.
He's wearing
Yeah.
a
Whoa.
I just said you have a femur. Don't we all have a femur? That's
No.
not HIPAA. Okay. Sorry to be politically incorrect. Cam, your pick for this game.
I'm riding with Mikey here.
Does he have a leg or no?
Yeah, does he have a leg?
Daniel?
Oh, he wore a 3D printed pad on his leg today.
Yeah, because
I don't know what that means.
Full participant in practice Wednesday.
broken.
Broken leg. No, I'm with Mikey. Give me the Jags here. Kind of going off at the same sentiment. I just feel like divisional matchup at home. Jags have kind of been coming, on a more positive ride on the back half of the year as opposed to the Colts, where they're the exact opposite. And I think the wrong team might be favored here. So give me the Jags plus the points, even though it's basically, a pick 'em on the money line. But I'll take the Jags plus 1.5 here.
Yep. Group ride. I've been backing the Jags all year. Been fading the Colts all year, so it's pretty easy for me. I need the Jags to win this game, actually, for my future bet to hit. The future bets are looking rough, as I mentioned before. But the Jags are getting hot at the right time, even though they kind of win games like in sus fashions. I think this is great for them. They had a tune-up last week against the Titans, continue on with the AFC South Division winning streak, get the win over the Colts here. Next one, big one, Dolphins,
Big
Jets.
one.
Potential
Talk
tankathon.
about the wrong team being favored.
Potential tankathon game. Cam, we start with you. Dolphins at Jets plus 2.5.
Give me the Jets here plus 2.5. I have no faith in this Dolphins team. Like Mikey said, I don't have faith in either team, honestly, but home team, divisional matchup, plus 2.5. I like the Jets. Not much more to say other than that. And the Jets have been relatively hot as of late, as Mikey talked about in our previous segment. But yeah, give me the Jets plus the points here.
I'll play heel. I'll go with the Dolphins minus 2.5.
Imagine betting Tua in 30.
Tua in cold weather. He's playing with the fucking worst franchise in NFL history.
Whoa.
Yeah, and how many times has he won in less than 40-degree weather?
What's the weather? Let's pull up the weather report.
It's gonna be like sleet.
Mikey, this is good for us. We don't want a team
All right,
like
fine,
this.
yeah, we like that bet, Dub.
Yeah.
Keep it there.
Mikey, you're up. I'm taking over. Mikey, you're up. Before he
I'm
changes
taking the
pick.
Jets.
I'm not changing.
Tua-
All right.
Tua's bad. He's the worst in the world.
What's the city called where the Jets play?
East Rutherford.
They play at MetLife, bro.
Yeah, you can't look up MetLife weather. What the fuck?
I'm pretty
You
sure you
probably
can.
You probably
You definitely can't look that up, dude.
What do we got?
Partly cloudy, 6% of rain, high of 42, low of 23.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be kind of chilly.
Yeah, Tua.
Now look up Tua in less than 40-degree weather.
Oh, that's Chat Jeeps.
Imagine killing the environment.
What?
I didn't want to say anything, but
I'm so liberal.
yeah, no shit.
All right. What has this turned into? Just because I'm taking the Dolphins minus 2.5, they're gonna win this game, and they're gonna because the Jets
Good
are running
luck.
too high. Just taking the Tua aspect out of it, Dolphins are doing whatever. They're still maybe trying to make the playoffs. They have that bullshit like fantasy. I don't know if they're still in it, but the Jets aren't riding too high right now. You guys got to lose. You should hope the Jets lose for draft position, but I know you never want to do
No.
that. But whatever.
I
Dolphins
root for
win
my
this.
teams to win.
Smart. I like that. That's a good fan right there.
Fair enough. I'm going with the Dolphins minus 2.5.
They're the Lions of 4 years ago when they started out 1-7 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
You bite kneecaps?
that's what we're going for.
Oh, the game of the week.
No, we actually have a comment. It's unrelated to NFL. Mikey, this reflects a future year maybe we're going to take. Not going to lie, Giannis might have popped Achilles. Don't quote me, but I'm seeing non-contact injury on Twitter.
Ah,
Somebody-
you.
Ah,
Let me see this.
While you look at that, we'll get into
oh,
again,
great.
everyone's looking forward to the Titans and the Browns. We do pick them all here, besides when we took a week off. I'm going with the Browns minus 4.5, as mentioned in the favorite section. Just can't trust the Titans at this point to cover a spread. I've seen enough film, and I think Shadur is going to do enough to be like, oh my God, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Shadur again, even though he's beat the Raiders and the Titans. But they did handle the Raiders, so I think they'll be able to handle the Titans. I got the Browns minus 4.5. Obviously, wait, Myles Garrett versus that Raiders offensive line, bro? Come on. Browns minus 4.5.
All right, the guy didn't tear his Achilles. He's walking right there. I'm
He
looking
quote
at him
unquote
going,
popped it, according to the comment.
wow.
They're trying to get a rise out of you, Mikey. Don't let them get in your head.
Yeah, they are. Fuck
Yeah.
This was actually pre-planned to have Ali come in here and say that Giannis popped an Achilles.
Smart. That's actually
right after the Jets game prediction to rally you up.
yeah.
kind of mean. That's kind of mean, honestly.
Your thoughts, Michael, on Titans at Browns?
Yeah, this is game of the week. I'm definitely gonna have this one on the TV. If the Browns don't win by 5 or more, I will be very surprised. Titans are horrible, but I do believe this game's going over. I could see it being like 24-14 or something like that. I think the over-under is like 30.5 or something like that. Yeah.
33 and a
Game.
half is what I have, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mikey. I think team right on this one. Cleveland Browns minus 4.5. I think I'm gonna exact score this one. Not part of the Focus 5. This reeks of a 14-6 game. I don't know why, but I'm just thinking 14-6 Cleveland Browns, exact score. Maybe don't have to work the next day after that, but we'll see.
Hey, if you have a Oracle Vision, you got to follow it, so you got to put something on that.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so group ride on the Browns there.
Yep.
Next one, another meaningless game. We have the Commanders and the Vikings. We saw a line change where this was minus 1.5 for the Vikings, now minus 2.5. Michael, we start with you here. What do you think? Mariota versus probably number 9, JJ McCarthy?
I thought it was just 9.
Sorry. Yeah, I fucked it up.
Fucking idiot. Damn it.
I'm going to be taking the Washington team in this one.
Bullets.
If the Washington Bullets,
The
can pull this
Nationals?
one out, I'll be very, very happy. I think the Vikings are very sad that they did not keep Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold this offseason. Do we get a soft benching? If we get another start from whatever guy from last week's name is,
Max
who
Crosby.
knows? But yeah, I'm taking the commies in this one. I think even if it is Mariota, they have a better chance of winning this game.
Cam?
I'm going flip side. Give me Minnesota at home. This Skins team hasn't really shown me much. Throughout the year, I know I'm a Mariota guy, but I just think this Minnesota team is more talented across the entire field as opposed to just the quarterback matchup. And I also think their head coach is better. I think Kevin O'Connell will figure it out with whatever quarterback, especially against a weaker opponent. So -2.5, we've kind of talked about anything less than 3 is basically a pick 'em on who to win, at least on this pod. So give me Minnesota -2.5.
Yeah, I'm going with my guy Mariota. Not really much to say on this meeting. This game looks like JJ McCarthy will play. As terms for Jaden Daniels, we won't know. He was upgraded to limited, so maybe this could be a Jaden Daniels take this now and hope he plays spot. Either way, I'm going with the Commanders +2.5. Vikings are awful. JJ McCarthy's awful as of right now, and he's still got time to prove it. But so far, it's looking like he wasn't ready to play this season. So I'm going with the Commanders +2.5. Next game, we move to 4 p.m. slate. We have the Broncos and the Raiders, AFC West divisional matchup. So the Raiders +7.5, the Vegas darling versus the number 1 seed in the AFC. Cam, we start with you. What do you think for this game?
I think Denver kind of takes care of business, even though it's a divisional matchup on the road. We've kind of talked about how Vegas isn't really like a home field advantage. I feel like a lot of the opposing teams travel into Vegas, make an excuse out of it, and then they take up the majority of the stadium. So I feel like Denver's going to have a pretty good presence there. I just feel like the, quarterback head coach matchup and also just the talent across the board, and then never mind the defense. I just can't see Denver winning by less than 10. So give me Denver -7.5 here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Denver, after that scare last week, gets it back this week. Obviously, they need to win. I think they can kind of win games like the Pats are, especially crazy defense. And I don't know. I think they'll be able to rush the passer because the Raiders' offensive line is fucking horrible. Their offense looks like shit too. The Raiders.
They don't have any wide receivers.
After the Titans, the Raiders might have the worst, or the Raiders might be the worst team in the NFL. So I'm going to go with the Broncos -7.5. If it doesn't hit, then we were never meant to hit this bet, really. But Michael, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos with you guys.
Team ride.
Really wish it was less than a touchdown, but
That's what they got teasers for, my man.
Yeah, you can buy it down.
you guys said it all. Raiders are horrible. Definitely could see the Broncos fucking around in this game and making it close for no reason. But
The only way it would happen is if they do that Jets shit where they win 13-11 somehow or something.
yeah, that's
Which
what
I guess possible, but I don't know.
their offense is just inconsistent enough where that could happen.
Yeah.
But
All right. We'll have to find out Sunday, 4 p.m. Another great slate ahead of us.
This one's actually good. This is good. Yeah.
This is a good game right here for the NFC North divisional matchup. So we have the Bears heading into the Packers, 6.5 for the Green Bay Packers, which I'm sure at first glance looked a little shocking to most of the people out there. I'm going with the Packers -6.5. This is my other potential pick. So I'm curious to hear what you guys would think about this versus the Browns -4.5. But I'm going with the Packers. I think the Bears have been riding way too hot, and we have to remember this is the Bears. They can't have this perfect of a season. It's the Bears. They got to fuck it up at some point. So I think the Packers, who have owned them, get this win. Jordan Love looked dialed in against the Lions on the road. Now they get to come back home. Micah Parsons obviously is just everywhere. And for my future Super Bowl bet, we need the Packers to win this game and get the division, at least get a home playoff game to start the playoffs. So I'm going with my team, the Packers. Let's go. My NFC team, sorry, to win this game by more than 6.5. Michael?
Yeah, I don't know. I took Bears on my sheet. I see all of what you're saying. I think I'm gonna stick with Bears though. They just kind of get things done. Never really looks pretty, but they're always in these games. They've found a way to pull out some of the close ones, and the Packers have not been consistent enough this year where you'd feel comfortable with 7 points. I feel like everything has to go right for them to get to that number. So I'm thinking the Bears.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Mikey on this. We've kind of talked about this Packers team. I feel like every week I have to ask you how you still feel about your Super Bowl pick with them. And it's because they win close games. Sure, they do win, but at the same time, I just feel like divisional matchup after, a pretty big win on the road on Thanksgiving. I think Green Bay kind of, may not fall asleep. Like, I think Green Bay wins this game, but I think it's within the 7. I'm taking Chicago here plus the points. Chicago's been hot, and their offense is starting to click a little bit, but I can see Dub's perspective, but at the same time, I just feel like it's too large of a spread for a divisional matchup when it's a Green Bay team that hasn't blown many teams out throughout the majority of the year.
All of their wins, except for one, are by more than 7 points. Fun fact. Or at 7 or more.
Okay.
I just pulled up the sketch. Last game, Rams, Cardinals. Cardinals plus 7.5. Michael, we start with you here. NFC
Taking
West.
the Rams. Give me the Rams. Need a get back spot. I don't think they're too concerned about the loss last week to the Panthers, but they do need one. And coach quarterback taking the Rams all day. 7.5 is a lot, but the Cardinals are bad. So I'm no less confident in the Rams as a team after last week than I was before last week. So maybe if they didn't have that loss last week, this would have been like 9.5, and 7.5 is even better. So I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. Feel like the Rams are kind of due for a blowout after that loss to the Panthers, even though it's on the road. Divisional matchup. I mean, I've kind of talked about how much I hate this Arizona Cardinals team ad nauseum at this point, but I
Even
mean,
with that guy, Jacoby.
I like Jacoby a lot more than Kyler, but I also don't love Jacoby. I don't know. Top to bottom, Mikey kind of talked about the coach and the quarterback situation, which is what we kind of base at least some of these, matchups on. But even just the roster top to bottom, I feel like the Rams are much better, and I can't see this being a close game. I think it might even be a 14-point win. So give me the Rams by 7.5.
This might be a fucking 21-point win.
Yeah.
We're going with the Rams. You guys said it all. Get back spot. Best team in the NFL. They're going to handle business even if it's in Arizona. I got them covering 7.5.
Are we going to
Sunday.
get a Aaron Donald signs for the rest of the year notification after this game?
No. They're weird over there. Like McVay's almost retiring at age 40. Like they're done. Like Aaron Donald's done when he says he's done, Went out on top at the Super Bowl. All right, I think he actually retired the year after. Anyways, Sunday Night Football, Texans, Chiefs. We are starting with Cam, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one? Texans plus 3.5.
This is more betting with my heart over my head, but give me Houston plus the points. I like Houston to win this game outright, more because that would create a little bit more chaos and keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs. For the Patriots, like I said in the first segment, it's probably one of the last things I want to see is Patrick coming to Foxborough. But I mean, this Houston team's definitely caught on a hot streak with the offense playing relatively okay, and the defense has been playing phenomenal throughout the entire year. I don't know. This could be, as Mark kind of said, the end of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, but at the same time, I don't really buy into that when it comes to the dynasty. I mean, Pats had 2 dynasties in 20 years, and they still dominated the entire division for 20 years. But I like Houston here. I think the defense keeps it close. Even if they lose, I think it's within a field goal. So give me Houston plus the points.
Yep, I'm taking Houston as well. Chiefs, I've seen this spread before and fell for this trap before. I'm not going to
Yeah.
do it unless they get it. Like they were 3.5 against the Colts. Didn't
Prove
even
it to
cover
me.
that. Yeah, they won by 3, and then last week happened where there was like the same spread or 3. So I'm out on the Chiefs for now, and we'll see if I change my mind on that. But Texans have been playing hot right now. Chiefs are not. So simple as that. I'm going with the Texans plus 3.5. Michael?
Yeah, you guys said it all. Don't love group writing this, but we're doing it.
We're
Taking
doing
the
it.
Texans here. Yeah, I don't really have much to add. I think this is going to be a great game, though.
Sunday Night Football. Last one.
Probably the best game of the weekend, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree.
Is the best games on Monday night. The Eagles at the Chargers plus 3. I'm going with the Eagles.
I think
Eagles
it's going to be a
minus 3.
disgusting game to watch.
Yeah.
It'll probably
I hate
be
watching both of these teams.
17-13.
13-7. Eagles win.
Ooh.
Or 35-30. Eagles win. Either way, Eagles will cover 3. It just, I don't know. The wheels might fall off. Like, this is kind of a line spot for me where I'm like, I'm going to keep hammering the Eagles on these short lines because I've been burned by it. But if they keep losing, I'm going to have to stop taking them. I was in the Cowboys when they won that outright, but I mean, last week I forget what happened, but I don't know who I would have picked. But I like the Chargers. I mean, I like the Eagles minus 3. Favorites here. I think it's his favorites week. I think the casuals could get their money back. I don't know what's happening with the offense in Philly, but I trust the defense enough to rattle the Chargers. Herbert with a broken hand is not something I'm looking forward to betting on, so we'll go with the Eagles. Michael?
I'm looking forward to betting on Kaimi Vidal.
Hampton's supposed to be back this week.
Don't matter.
Fuck.
Vidal's a goat. Yeah, I hate the Eagles, so I'm never going to pick them. They're probably my least favorite team to watch. And
Wait, you also said you were done betting on the Texans like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I also hate the Chiefs, so
Okay. So it's just a hate off?
it's a hate bet, yeah. Yeah, I think the Eagles fans also hate watching their own team. So that's never really a great sign for a team. So yeah, taking the Chargers.
All right. Cam, wrap
Yeah,
us
I'm
up
going-
here for week 14.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles here. Definition of a get right spot. I know it's on the road, but Monday Night Football, Eagles need to turn it on going into the later part of the season, going into the playoffs. Kind of need this to maintain the top spot, not only in their division, but also, trying to get top seed in the playoffs. So I like the Eagles here, kind of a get right spot. Chargers, I feel like we've talked about a lot, have been, very on and off. You don't really know what you're getting from them week to week. So on a more consistent basis, I like whenever, like we talked about, if the line's 3 or less, you pick them. I like the Eagles here minus 3.
All right. We had our DOUF segment, so it's time to transition to the Focus 5. So coming off of 2 weeks ago, Rat led the pack once again. It was his week at almost plus 1 unit, plus 0.9 units. On the week 2 weeks ago, I was minus 1.53 units, Cam minus 3.18 units. So this puts Rat into the green for the Focus 5, meaning Michael, you're the only one who is in the red right now for the Focus 5 on the year. And
Don't worry.
Okay. You can make it all back in one shot. It depends on how risky you want to make it. But we'll start with your Focus 5 here. Looking at minus 4.21 units on the season. So what do you got for the viewers out there?
So the last 2 bets here I don't have odds on, but the first 3 I do. The first one is going to be making all of that 4.21 back. It's plus 425. We got Lions money line with Gibbs over 35 receiving yards
Interesting.
and 5.5 receptions for George Pickens, over 5.5 receptions. That's plus 425. Then we got the Jets Dolphins game. We're taking Brees and A-Chain to score. It's 215. And then we have a 3-team parlay. Bucks, Seahawks, Rams, which is minus 108. And then these last two don't have odds for because I made them during our picks. We got
Okay.
Seahawks teased all the way up to 12 and a 12, not and a half. I guess we could go to and a half too. You doing that? Or do you want me to
Yeah.
just read?
Minus 12 and a half. We don't have 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that just a solo pick or are you adding on to that?
Solo pick.
Plus 175.
Beautiful. And then our last one is a Vidal TD along with the Chargers money line.
I
Wow.
just told you Hampton's coming back.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Don't matter. Give him in the red zone.
So Vidal anytime and Chargers money line is plus 625.
Beautiful.
All right,
That's all for me,
Cam?
folks.
your turn
All right.
for the Focus 5. If my mind
right.
works. You're looking at plus 3.88 units, but if you're trying to catch up to me, you got to make a lot of units here. So what do you got?
Yeah, I got a couple. They're all plus money. First one's gonna be Thursday night, kind of a classic. Detroit. We're gonna go Detroit money line. Gibbs and Montgomery score a touchdown. That's at plus 308 on the blue. Not sure on your local sports book what you're using, but that's what I got. Second's a little unique. I liked a lot of the unders when I was trying to figure out the DOUF. So I got an unders parlay. So we got the under of Kansas City, Houston, under of Rams in Arizona, under of Chicago and Green Bay, and also Miami and the Jets. So that is plus 1171.
Wow.
So that's the second the second of the Focus 5. There's going to be my favorite parlay, or favorites parlay, I should say. Basically teams that are over, 6 or more. But I'm just going to take a money line. So we got Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Seattle, Denver, and the Rams, all taking a money line, all above, I think, either 5.5 or 6. That puts you at plus 215. That's going to be one of your bigger wagers that you would want to throw on, probably what I'm going to do. But yeah. And then fourth one is going to be the underdog parlay, or at least close spread parlay. It's going to be Jacksonville money line, Minnesota money line, Houston money line, and Philly money line. That's at plus 1450. And then finally, we'll cap it off on Monday night. I think we kind of go back to the run game, and I think Philly wins this game outright. So I have the money line, and we get back to the Hurts, maybe a little tush push, and then also a Saquon touchdown as well. That's at plus 438.
All right. There's some spicy ones in there.
Yeah.
All right. For my Focus 5, we're at plus 15 units for the people, but don't worry, I got you some more winners. So we have first parlay, 1 p.m. favorites. We're going with the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Browns, and the Dolphins. Those 4 together, plus 277. Second one, keeping the touchdown parlay as simple as possible because it's been bricking. So give me Jamar Chase a touchdown. He didn't score one with Joe last week. And give me JSN, had a bad week last week. Those two together, plus 242, boosted on your little DraftKings. You can be throwing at somebody else you like, probably gives you better odds, but we got to keep this simple. We got to start winning these. So ironically enough, I never put the over-unders on mine, but I actually love the overs this week. So this parlay is called Feeling Overly Excited, and it has a couple that oppose what you said, Cam. The first one I took for the DOUF, Colts Jags over 48.5. But I like the Rams and the Cardinals to go over 48.5. And then I like the Bears and the Packers also to go over 44.5. Those two together, plus 617. What we've been hitting on is the 4 p.m. parlays where I just pick a thing for each game. So I got the Broncos minus 2.5, Packers money line, Rams minus 2.5. Tease both those favorites down. Those two together is just plus 120, but that could be something, if you lose everything else, you hit that. Last one, Monday night rusher parlay. I like Saquon to score as well. Hasn't been in the end zone last week. And I'm going to go with the Chargers running back who's actually starting the game, Omar and Hampton. So those two together, plus 475 for the people there. So that's my Focus 5. Now we get into Conference Championship Week. Let's go. I got to pull up the games. Any thoughts on the Lane Kiffin saga before we jump in and the coaching carousel quickly?
I kind of get why. It's just more, I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing where I want Lane Kiffin to coach that team going into the playoffs for Ole Miss, but at the same time, I understand why you want him back at LSU to recruit. But then it's also like LSU already has the recruiting class and is always going to have the recruiting class. Which kind of, I don't know. Like, I've just gotten into college football in the past couple of years, so if I'm completely out of line, I understand. But I don't know. I just thought it was a weird like way, and it also took up a month of, I feel like the games kind of got like overruled almost, maybe probably not the right word, but like the Lane Kiffin story took over, I feel like, the majority of the games that happened in the past 4 weeks, even though there were some huge games that could impact college football playoff situations. I like Kiffin going to LSU. I think he's a coach that can fit that mold, but I also think Ole Miss was probably a better spot for him. I feel like he had a lot less pressure. And he also has a college football playoff team already right now. But also, you kind of got to look at the flip side where he doesn't have the recruiting class within the state. So I don't know. It's definitely a huge back and forth, but I'm sure college football fanatics can enlighten me on why him going to LSU is better than staying at Ole Miss. But those are it's just more of like just facts and not really like have an opinion. I just didn't really, fully understand the reasoning behind why he could coach in the playoff.
Perfect segue. We have a college aficionado. Welcome to the stage, person.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, I was busy.
Oh, great. I need a drink for this.
I just wanted to say, I agree about the Lane Kiffin stuff. Like, it's not a bad move for him, but I think it's just showing that there's a flaw in the schedule, I guess, of it all right now. But it looks bad because Ole Miss is like having their best season ever, and he's leaving them before the playoffs. But
I think he knows they wouldn't have won a ship, though. I think that's why he left.
I think he probably thinks it's like a first round exit situation, maybe too. Which might not be true, depending on. That's like BYU. Like, I think Ole Miss probably wins that, but whatever. I think not to cut to the Ohio State, but I think the schedule is just really messed up because today it's signing day and our freaking wide receiver Builder is leaving for USF, which, what the fuck? Who the fuck does that? Yeah, congrats to him for real. Like, love the Heartlines. Congrats for real. Like, that's a great upgrade. But what? You had Penn State. Like, I don't understand that. Anyways, and I'm not faulting him for taking a head coach job, just like you can't fault Kiffin because it's just the schedule. Like, these are the same coaches that would have left in the offseason. Like, yeah, it sucks timing-wise, but it's not really their fault.
Yeah,
I think
with
the expanded playoffs, it's like the calendar's all fucked up because this adds another like 4 or 5 weeks to the season.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, yeah. And when is the Heisman announcement even? Would it be 2 weekends from now?
What are you fucking opening Amazon packages? What are we doing on camera?
No, I'm putting lunch in my
Packing lunch,
my lunchbox.
What a great seg, Dub.
No, I think it's
sorry. I've been at school for 10 hours. Like, sorry, Jesus Christ.
I think a lot of people agree on the calendar. I think that's been a hot topic of conversation. The Kiffin stuff, I mean, I just think it's funny because that's what you follow.
And the Heartline stuff, bro. Like, Chris Henry,
you gotta get over that. He's not staying with Ohio State. He could be the head coach of any USF's not a bad
that's
school.
Fine, but on signing day, a fucking 5-star wide receiver won't sign now.
You want him to go during the first round of the playoffs instead, or the second round?
No. Why couldn't we have announced this the day before, the day after signing day? Like, why does it have to be hours before these kids are signing their papers? It's calculated.
Yeah.
He's gonna take Jeremiah with him.
No way.
No, he's not.
I'm kidding.
Jeremiah's going to USF, please.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. All right, are we doing like championship predictions?
Staying on for this?
All right. Might as well, since Mikey doesn't participate.
I don't
The first one we have
participate in nonsense.
is North Texas versus Tulane in the
Oh,
American
God.
Championship game. But we go over all the ranked matchups. This is what you're signing up
True.
for.
Yeah.
North Texas -2.5. I'm not sure where this game's being played. We'll start with you, Cam. What do you think?
Give me Tulane here.
Darren
I just feel like I just feel like Tulane's been more consistent. I don't know much of either of these programs, honestly. I know, Tulane. Who did the Tulane coach sign with?
Florida.
Florida. I just
like
feel
that
like
higher.
I just feel like overall, I feel like Tulane's been more consistent as a program as opposed to North Texas really coming on the scene this year. I'm gonna take Tulane here, plus the points as well.
I'm going North Texas. These boys score like 1 million points a game. Still have the quarterback. They lost their coach too, so this is kind of just like a fucking matchup.
Yeah.
One of these teams is going to make the playoffs, so that'll be interesting to see. But I like North Texas because I think that would be more entertaining in a playoff game. They score 1 million points. Over under in this game is 66.5, which is absurd. So I think if it's high scoring, give me North Texas. Allie, what do you think?
I agree with the North Texas take because that offense, they literally throw the ball like 50 times.
Their quarterback's pretty good too. All right, next one, Big Ten, Indiana and Ohio State. Ohio State -4.5.
We all know the answer. Me?
Go with the most obvious. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm taking Ohio State. I bet -10.5 spread. I think they're gonna win by 10 plus points for
Why
real.
do you guys just do 9.5? What's the 10.5?
We're just saying it for shits and gigs stuff.
I know. Well, it's like
Well,
at
I
least-
think because they're gonna win by whatever.
By 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
weird.
know. Whatever. Whatever.
Just for the sake that we have Allie on this podcast, give me Indiana, please, plus the 4.5. I might pick Indiana money line. I was gonna go Ohio State, but just because Allie's on.
Did you watch that game against Michigan?
I did, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. But
Yeah, you know that was some good shit.
I mean, I wouldn't compare Michigan to Indiana though. That's the thing.
Hey, Mikey, Julian's saying 2027 Jets, we here.
Okay. Mikey doesn't want him.
That's who you should want, anyways.
I'm going with Ohio State too. We saw happen these two teams played last year. Indiana has not played anybody really besides Oregon, and I don't know. I think that was kind of just a weird spot for Oregon, but
They got Penn State like on a weird Penn State week when Penn State was actually good too.
I'm going with Ohio State -4.5. I just think they're better. Big 12, BYU versus Texas Tech. The spread is 12.5. I'm going with BYU plus 12.5. Texas Tech is favored. What's Jesus Christ? They're playing for the playoffs.
No, the spread. The spread.
Texas Tech is a good team, and when I do
that's what I'm saying. It's 12.5 is a lot. Yeah.
Giving my rationale for this pick. Texas Tech is a good team, and they are one I want to watch when the playoff bracket does come out. And we'll talk about that on the stream I'm having with Greg, maybe. And then we'll also do the picks here on the stream as well. But I'm going Texas. I'm going with BYU because I think this is just much more of a priority for them. I don't think Texas Tech needs this game to get in. I think the conference championships you shouldn't be punished for losing a conference championship game if you make it. So I don't think Texas Tech has much to worry about on that end. They do have a crazy defense and a crazy, NIL system or whatever. I just think BYU is going to want this game more, and 12 a lot of points for a conference championship game where BYU is a top 11 team in the country. So I'll take BYU plus 12.5. Cam?
That's the reason why I reacted like that was because of the spread. Do you have a location on where this game's played?
We do. It is going to be played in Arlington, Texas. So that's probably factoring in.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
AT&T Stadium.
I think I might lean towards Texas Tech in this matchup. I just think Texas Tech is going to obviously win this game outright. But the spread, obviously, 12.5, so a lot of points, even for college football. I kind of am going against all of your picks so far, Debbie, on NCAA. But I'll take Texas Tech and secure maybe a playoff bye in the first round. So I'm going to go with.
Last year, my picks were bricks for the conference championship. So
about the bye, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think if Texas Tech wins, then they probably are 3 or 4 seed.
Yeah,
probably 3. So I think they're playing for a bye, which they would want. So I would say BYU covers the spread, but Texas wins. Texas Tech wins.
I'm thinking like Texas Tech wins like
I'm thinking they win by like 7.
34-24, something like that. Also,
Yeah.
Texas Tech embarrassed BYU last time, so I think BYU is going to want a little payback for that. We'll go to the bonus pick before everyone else, or between like most people, probably the biggest game, well, second biggest game, Ohio State, Indiana. But
what about ACC?
Yeah,
championship?
we're going to the ACC bonus game. Duke has made it to the ACC championship game at 7-5. Could potentially spoil my beloved conference, the ACC, of having a playoff team. I did see this at Virginia -2.5, but it's looking like it's Virginia -3.5. This game is being played in Charlotte. Cam.
So I am supposed to be going to this game, but
Hey.
also it's at
Ooh.
the same time as Indiana, Ohio State.
Oh, it's at 8?
Yeah,
Little difficult decision there.
UFC
but,
323 also going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to a bar.
I don't know why. I hate obviously Duke being I'm a Chapel Hill basketball fan, and neither team has really been relevant in football other than Drake's junior year or maybe
They weren't
sophomore
even
year.
that good then, but
Yeah. But I don't know why, but I just don't rely on this Virginia team. I just can't see them pulling it out. And also, isn't there like a slim chance that if Duke wins, that one of either Miami or somebody else who I forget the team, but wouldn't they get in? Yeah, like wouldn't they be making it over the ACC championship team?
I think we can also talk about that, how Notre Dame would get in over Miami when Miami beat them head-to-head. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, it looks like if BYU loses and Duke wins, then it would be like you're looking at like Notre Dame and Miami as the last two teams. Or they might do two group of 5 teams. They would put in JMU with whoever North Texas or Tulane. So it could get real interesting. I think the bubble eyes are on the BYU game and the Virginia game, and Alabama does have something to worry about, but I think they should be solidly, and I don't think conference championships negatively affect you, even though they do have one of the worst.
I just think overall Duke being in North Carolina.
What?
Wait, continue, Cam. I'm like confused right now.
Well, I was just gonna say Duke being a North Carolina school, obviously I feel like the majority of the fan base is gonna be a Duke crowd being at Charlotte. So I'm gonna take Duke even though it's going to be, a lesser ranked team. And especially with the disgusting record, but I don't know why I just have a gut feeling it's kind of going against what I want to pick, but I'm going to go with Duke money line here. I don't know what the spread is, but I like Duke to win the game.
It's 3.5.
3.5. Yeah. So I'll take Duke plus the points then.
Allie?
I'll take Virginia. I don't know. I just feel like college football can't have that craziness with the combinations that would happen if Duke won. So
I feel like that's the exact opposite. I feel like college football wants that kind of craziness.
They want
They
want to pick between Notre Dame and Miami, and they want to fucking cause a riot. And when they kick out Miami, even though Miami beat Notre Dame, I'm telling you that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of think though, but then are 6 SEC teams in? Because are you counting Oklahoma?
I personally think
it's 5 or 6. Yeah.
I personally think Oklahoma should be in. I think Texas doesn't have a chance to get in right now.
I don't think Texas.
But then, depending on how the ACC goes, I feel like Texas could get in.
Where are you getting 6 from? It's Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. That's 4.
A&M.
Oh, A&M 5.
So it's just you said okay. So it's just 5. Yeah.
No, Texas isn't making it. I don't think.
Yeah, Texas.
I don't think they should, but
I don't think they will. The way they did the rankings last
Virginia.
night, it's like basically impossible for Texas.
What do you think, Mikey?
I agree wholeheartedly.
True.
I'm going Virginia. I love them at -2.5, but 3.5 is a sketchy number. I just think for the ACC crowd, we need Virginia to get in somehow because we're not guaranteed a spot. Duke wins, so I'm going to go with hopefully my conference not dying on the hill of basketball. Even though in football, we're back in basketball camp. ACC's back this year.
Yeah, ACC is back.
Like every ACC team in the tourney, trust. All right, so last game, Georgia Bama rematch. Georgia -2.5. 4 p.m. for this game, so that'll be interesting. Allie, we start with you. What do you think?
So this is why I said wait, what, like 5 minutes ago, because if Bama loses, or no. If Bama wins, is Texas A&M the SEC champion, or do they not even get a bye?
Are
They're
you?
not that. No, it's well they changed it. That bye teams doesn't matter if you win the conference championship. So even if Indiana or Ohio State
Okay, that's
loses,
what I was asking then.
yeah,
So, okay. I don't know. I'm taking Bama. I don't know. I think didn't they beat them earlier? That's Georgia's one loss is Bama.
correct.
Yeah, I'll take Bama. I don't know. I feel like Ryan Williams has like a comeback game, two tutties, like 70 yards,
I'm
and then
sure
he'll
Cam
transfer
loves
to
Ryan
Ohio
Williams
State.
beating his nails.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
going with Mark about
Nah.
taking them to win it all. I think they got to. If they win this game, I'll be confident that they'll be able to at least provide a threat to Ohio State and upper echelon.
I would
teams.
agree.
Get the monkey off your back. Kirby Smart has a problem with Alabama. You can't beat him for some reason. So if they're able to do that here, I think Georgia can make a serious run. I'm taking Georgia minus 2.5. Cam.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think Georgia kind of, I don't know if I said it when Mark was on, but I also love Georgia winning the Natty overall. I just think this SEC defense, along with, Gunner kind of trying to figure it out. I think it's his junior year, maybe a senior year now, but I really like Georgia here. I don't think that especially I like the fact that Alabama won the previous matchup. So I feel like Georgia here is a good spot for them. I assume it's at Mercedes-Benz. So it's, obviously in the state of Georgia.
Is it?
Most likely going to be filled with Georgia fans. So give me Georgia here. What is it? Minus 2.5, 3.5, whatever you said.
Half, and it is in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So give me Georgia. I'd probably take them to win by a touchdown at this point, but I think that's probably the most entertaining game of the weekend. So hope for a good game, but also I'm going to take Georgia on the spread here.
This could
What
be a
time-
really good
What time
weekend.
is that?
It's at 4.
Oh,
Oh, it's at
So
4?
You start out the
it's
day.
time, yeah.
We start out Friday. You've got JMU needs to win. They're 23.5 point favorites, whatever. But the American game should be good. Saturday, we start at noon with BYU Texas Tech. Then 4 hours later is Georgia Bama. And then at 8 p.m., you have the ACC and the Big Ten going on at the same time.
Question. What
Yeah.
is the MAC championship?
Let's see. I got to change my filter.
If Ohio was playing, hammer Ohio and Parker Navarro to score.
They are not
Please.
playing. It is
They are not
Kennesaw.
playing?
Wait. Never mind. I lied. I don't know if they're playing or not. What the? There's a random. Okay, it's the FCS. Now you got me fucked up. I got
Bro.
FBS.
Fucking dub.
Miami,
Why are you the
Ohio.
host of a podcast?
Miami, Ohio is playing Western Michigan at 12 p.m. Western
Shitty.
Michigan minus 2.5.
Never mind. Don't touch that game. Not Miami. The hot Ohio University is what I was looking for. But
Final thoughts, Allie?
got none.
All right.
Actually, I have two thoughts. The national championship
how do
trophy.
you go from none to 2?
Just came to my mind. Number one, the national championship trophy is coming back to Columbus, Ohio. Number two, the Heisman Trophy is coming back to Columbus, Ohio.
All
All
right.
right.
I'm done.
Lot to be
with this shit.
determined on Saturday. Sorry, I kicked you off. Goodbye. Thanks
Yeah,
for joining.
whatever.
I kicked you off.
I hit remove too soon. By the way, for the viewers, Georgia plus 800 to win the national championship right now. So maybe take that now
Love
if you're
that.
planning on that.
Free
before-
money.
Yeah, free. Okay, Michael.
I
The
love
next
that.
thing right now.
They're beating the Hornets on a back-to-back.
I knew he was watching. All right. Very lively stream. We had 3 or 4 call-ins, some technical issues.
Technological difficulties.
And we're just having one right now as he ends the stream.
Oh no.
All right. On that
All right,
note,
take us out, Cam.
all right. Great pod,
Do you
Mikey.
even have-
3,
I
2,
don't think
1.
You have.
More
You can't
technical
even
issues.
end
As-
it.
Oh, no, he's
There we
back.
go.
He's back. He's
There
back.
we
He's
go.
back.
Back to save the day. I'm going to text the landlord about this internet issue. It's so annoying how we finally fixed it at my house, then I move out, and then it's the same shit happens where it just cuts out for like 10 minutes and comes back.
Is
But,
Gabe the landlord there, or how does that work?
yeah, I pay him. I pay rent. He controls everything.
Well, then take it up with the landlord.
Yeah, he's good.
He's got to step it up on the Wi-Fi perspective.
Great stream though, and we'll work out the issues.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We've been doing this for what? This is like week probably like 35 or something. So
Yeah.
we'll see everybody next week for week 15 predictions and recap what we just did. We don't do the clap at the end, so I don't know why you're trying to do the clap, but
I want to do the clap.
be easy, y'all. Peace out. Oh, by the way, as I'm closing out, I don't know when this is going to cut off.